The world is old. Age after age has passed. Civilizations have risen, fallen to ash, and been replaced more times than anyone alive can count. Secrets hide like gemstones under layers of earth and time, waiting to be revealed and claimed by the fearless and the foolhardy. But the earth hides much, and dark things slumber in dark places, waiting to be disturbed. On the surface, old kingdoms vie with new. Simple families struggling to survive, trying to live happy lives, are thrown about in the tempests of conflict and war. Nations protect their own, or exploit them, or sacrifice them to fuel the power of their god kings. Some gods touch the lands and their peoples, while others watch with interest as their followers burn. Greetings, my fellow Narkadians, as I, Talsar Gildan, Master of the Narkadian Order, and welcome back for another session of Pathfinder Immortalis, ran by a magic dealer. I hope everyone is doing fine this week. Channel updates, nothing out of the ordinary. Still doing my Baldur's Gate playthrough, which admittedly I have not been playing it as often as I would like. I have a fourth session done. I need to upload that, and I'll probably be uploaded probably before you guys, maybe uploaded probably when you guys see this. I don't know. Armored Core comes out tomorrow, and then Starfield next week. So a lot of exciting content coming your way from the Narkadian Order. But in the meantime, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my content. And links will be down below, as usual, to my Discord and to my Patreon. So feel free to come on by to my Discord channel and become a member of the Narkadian Order. And we'll join everyone here in about a moment.
So, we camped after our 48-hour patrol and were interrupted by some oozes in the night. They were quite poisonous. And in the morning, we received a distress call from camp. We decided to pursue rival soldiers in search of supplies before heading for the capital. And after a while, we did find some, and we had a pretty brutal battle. My sword showed some special powers along the way. And Lieutenant Cyrus caused a magical anomaly, so yeah, we hope that doesn't happen again. So, yeah, and then we realized that our party were actually very competent at finding food in the wild, and we didn't actually need to rely on supply lines for supplies. And so we trekked through the woods for like 3 weeks or whatever, and just occasionally stopped for food, and had a great old time. And in that time, we learned a lot about ourselves, and we developed as people, and we became better. Some of us... many of us improved our baser attributes. Some of us became very excellent at living in the wild and hiding under brushes, because Yov is Yov. All in all, though...
Listen, Yov is very sorry that Yov was distracted by cool beetles and weird-looking lizards, and kind of just didn't realize you guys wanted to track that card, okay? That's not Yov's fault.
Altisha, however, lacking any real time for research, simply using her downtime for party crafting, seemingly advances only incrementally. So, yeah, no new great powers out of Altisha this level.
I did, however, pick up some new skills. For instance, I put a rank in least in every single knowledge skill, so I have those now.
Yeah, knowledge checks.
So if we need things researched, I can handle that.
So yes, you have traveled long and far on these orders and finally arrived at the edge of the capital, which, to your dismay, has apparently been captured by enemy forces and is flying the general's flag.
Oh dear. Well, I guess we're out of the army.
Yeah, we already had went through the process of stashing our stuff last session.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, stuff is stashed.
So we're now going to walk on in and alright, so Jesus Christ. Bernard, you're a visiting noble. Be a visiting noble. Be obnoxious, make people feel inferior.
Excellent.
That shouldn't be too hard for him to do.
Right.
Just in general, smooth talk our way in.
Be yourself.
Really be your father's son, like really lean on that noble name.
Be the man your father wants you to be.
No, actually be the man your father resents you for being.
I see. Anyways, so just so you, we do need some roles to play.
So I am obviously your family artificer, and am traveling with you to better my research or whatever.
Right. Yav.
Yav is our pet.
No, Yav is our Yav. There will be no explanations of
Do you just
what
call
a
Yav
Yav.
a dog again?
No.
Yes, Altisha, you really need to stop that. Yav, you are our Yav. I will book no explanations over what a Yav is, or why I have one. I just do.
It's because you're a lord, obviously. Lords have
Obviously.
Yavs.
You will just berate them for their ignorance.
And then,
Yeah, Yav is an exclusive commodity that few can afford.
and then, obviously, Cyrus and Orin are hired thugs.
Let's be professional about this. They are professional mercenaries hired to escort us around the city.
Mercenary sounds better than thug.
That's what I was trying to say. I mean, it
Yes.
basically amounts to the same thing, but,
And thug sounds less reputable than mercenary.
no, not in some circles. Anyways, these clothes will have to do, but, so, we shall tally-ho and, make good on, trying to get into the city.
So,
Congratulations.
what's
It's your turn to be face, Renard.
so, what city are you gonna say you're coming from? Who's
Oh,
your
dear.
parents?
No.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
No. Be Renard Delambra.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
it's much easier to be
Okay.
myself than
Alright.
anyone else. Well,
I don't know about that one, but that's okay. We'll try it. Give it a whirl.
All right, so
Ready for a
you
fight.
head towards the gate.
Sorry, Dad was getting bonding time with Chili, so I had to mute.
All right. Sorry. This quote thug is ready for a fight. So, I'll smart off some word.
alright, we're gonna try and get to the city.
In the immortal words of Tupac, Shawty want a thug! Alright, Tupac silence. Got it. Won't do that again. Heard.
No, I'm just confused. I'm sorry.
So we approach the city with our pompous lord and taking the lead.
All right, so Renard,
Yes.
are you Renard?
I am Renard.
Because I'm looking at your token,
What map are you looking at on?
Yeah, they should be universally linked.
We're on the road. On the road.
Yeah, on the road one, it looks like
Yeah, it's Renard.
yeah, it's Renard for me.
That's probably not a good thing, but we'll deal with that problem later.
No, I am. I'm Renard, not anyone else. Up, go to the city gates, and then.
Oh,
Being teleported.
I'm still Renard.
despite everything.
Oh,
it's just
that
Renard.
was really interesting. Once I made this the active map and you started loading in, your image changed.
Ah.
Ooh.
That's neat. I like that.
Nifty.
Well, this place looks very inviting with all the spikes on the wall.
All right. So you have ahead of you the gate, which is a 20-foot wall that extends around the entire city. And on top of the wall, you can currently see 4 individuals holding rifles. And further along the lengths of the wall, you can see soldiers patrolling up and down it. In front of you at the gate, you can directly see on the ground. Oh, that's weird. Okay, no, that's weird. 4 soldiers at the entrance. There are several people in line approaching the gate. And as you approach the gate in your whatever marching order fashion you decide, you watch as the guards physically search each person, stripping their weapons and taking them away.
Hmm.
No, I don't like that.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
I'm sure that those are just the common folk and will not apply at all to us. Anyways, we need a marching order.
Yeah.
Orin, get ahead of me.
No, Orin shouldn't be ahead of you.
Okay. Either Orin or Cyrus ahead of me.
Yeah, Cyrus for sure.
You want me to be the first tourist on their search? I'm not giving up these gallons.
No, I don't want you.
Hey?
Oh, Cyrus, you have the only guns here. They can't take off you unless they do some surgery.
Oh dear.
I mean, they're on my hands. I mean, it's not like they can't see them.
I was talking about your muscles, man. You know, you ever heard of someone referring to biceps as their guns?
Sure.
All right.
All right, Cyrus, Renard, I expect you to do some serious talking here.
Yes, this is going to be.
Well, I can't do the talking since someone's supposed to be the noble. So there you go.
That's true.
Go noble.
All right,
At
you got
any
yourself in order. You notice somebody comes from the other side of the gate from inside the city, and they're waved through by the guards. And then the guards resume processing the people in front of you.
Ah, that's the line for me.
The fellow currently in front of you puts up a little stink about losing his weapons, and one of the guards just smacks him on the side of the head, knocks him down. And as the guy stands back up, the other guards all surround him and draw their weapons.
Yeah, okay, wow.
You see
At which point, he surrenders his weapon.
Now, Orin, you see this?
Aye.
This is what we are going to avoid. So keep your finger off the trigger.
All right.
Cyrus, please approach.
Are you just gonna cut in front of that one guy?
Hey! The fellow to the right of Cyrus protests as Cyrus steps up next to him.
Make way for your betters, my good fellow.
You can better my dick.
It's funny because it's vulgar.
Ah, I see, you're one of those. Guards, I believe this man may have some contraband upon him.
The guards, which have been watching this entire interaction because they're less than 10 feet away from what just happened, look at you, look at the other guy, look at you a second time, and one of them, this guy,
Okay.
taps the fellow next to you and says, "Back of the line." Back of the line, my dick.
Alright. I'll move forward.
Ah, thank you, my good fellow. That was well and smartly done.
Huh. Are you guys hearing the thunder?
No.
I'm not in Ohio.
I was just wondering if it was coming through my microphone.
Very, very frightening me.
Actually, hold on a second.
Well, if I'm not getting stopped, I'm moving forward.
Forward? You're gonna move forward?
You get stopped. Stop.
Mm-hmm.
I stop as soon as they tell me.
Sorry. Present your weapons.
Excuse me, my dear fellow, but do you happen to know who I am?
Happen to know if you don't present your weapons, you're going to regret it.
These cats up there one here.
I see. It's going to be one of those. Very well. And, Bernard presents his rapier in his sheath.
You know, actually, that's now.
The guard takes it from you, and another guard begins patting you down.
Is this really necessary, my good man?
Do you want to enter the city?
Well, I do have business in there, so yes.
Then yes. They confiscate your dagger.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Lots of people forgetting about those.
But surely I could have something for self-defense besides...
I mean, you'll have your wizard staffs.
Oh.
Keep your not your wizard staff. I mean, your perfectly normal stick. You'll have your perfectly normal stick.
The perfectly normal stick that I'm using as a cane.
Alright, actually, Cyrus just holds up and really pat me down.
Now,
There you
just for the record, my shotgun and my pistol are hidden in my endless bandolier, which is...
Yeah, good luck on that.
What?
A standard issue magic item that they will definitely look in.
So,
yeah.
so the only visible item I have is my Dwarven War Axe.
So they pat Cyrus down. Let me see here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you're good.
Okay.
They move on to Altisha.
Okay, so like, I understand you have to take them, but I've put a lot of work into my stuff, and they're very precious to me, and I really need to know that I'm going to get them back.
You will have the opportunity to reclaim your weapons as you exit the city at the appropriate gate.
Okay, and you're only going to give them to me, the person in the big scary armor, right? No one else is going to get them?
Well, that entirely depends.
Right,
On.
okay, I get it. You want a tip. I got you. Okay.
No,
Altissia
that entirely depends on whether or not you lose the chit we're going to give you.
Ah, okay. No shit, no shit. I can respect that. Altissia will present her lance and the mighty blade of Elgor.
All right.
Holds Yob up like a cat.
They take both of those, looking the lance over quite curiously.
It's got a lot of buttons for a lance, I know.
Yes, it does. But they do not play with it.
Yes,
And-
I would recommend not playing with it.
They pat you down and make sure you're not carrying anything else that they can locate. And then they turn to Orin.
Mm-hmm. I present my dwarven war axe.
They take your dwarven war axe, and then they begin to pat you down.
Mm-hmm.
And they take your shotgun and your pistol as well.
Okay, they're in a extra-dimensional pocket space, so
So we just had a conversation about this like 3 minutes ago.
I know.
It's like a bag of holding. People
Right.
know what they are. If you can buy them in the shop, people are aware they exist.
Okay, just okay.
So if you would like to change your actions based off that, you can.
No.
But yes, they will absolutely take him out from the bag if you don't hand it to them.
Yeah.
And they will give you a long look pulling them out. Long. Yeah, no, it's uncomfortably long.
Yeah. Okay. I made that myself, you know. That shotgun. It's
You can get it back
Yes.
when you leave the city.
all right. I
And then they look at Yav and they look at each other.
I was hoping to show it off as an example of my craft, but I guess I'll do something else.
No weapons allowed in the city.
Hmm.
And they look at each other again and they look back at Yav. What is that?
Yob is Yob!
It's my
God, it
Yov.
talks.
Yes, it is my Yov.
Yav is wearing armor, yes?
No?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, Yav wears
No.
armor.
Oh,
Oh,
does
yeah.
Yo?
Yes, yeah.
Yav, I believe, studded leather?
Sure?
Do
Oh, no,
you
plain shirt, sorry.
do you have any weapons?
No. I'm the weapon. It's me.
Don't say that.
You notice I didn't use the Yob voice.
That's true.
That's true. No. This is my good man. Yov is my Yov. That's all Yov is.
Yav has a small pouch. It's shaped like a fish, and it's full of gold.
Was that in character?
Is it? I'll let Sylvia decide that.
I don't know if what Ironbite says was in character.
I'm using the faux British accent, so yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was talking to Sylvia. Was that in character?
Yeah, no, Yav has about 900 gold in a fish.
They will check the pouch and recoil from the fish.
No, it's
And,
shaped like a fish.
Then the one who appears to be in charge, who keeps talking to you, turns back towards Renard and goes, "Okay, now, who are you?"
Renaud de Lumbre of Svelte.
I don't know who that is.
Ah, congratulations. It is wonderful to meet you. What is your name, my good man?
I don't think I want to tell you.
Oh, I think you do.
I think I don't. Just tell me. Who are you supposed to be?
As I've said, Renaud de Lumbre of Svelte.
Yeah, but who is that? Like, should I recognize the name? Guys, do any of you recognize the name?
Well, obviously you don't. The Alambres barely get out of Svelte some days, but I am on a, I'm on a slight unpleasantness in Svelte has caused me and these, my companions here to approach the city to see if we can be, well, you know.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
You know, the current unpleasantness. Obviously, I'm looking for refuge.
Oh, what was your profession?
Freeloader.
My dear,
Lord Lang.
my dear sir, do I look like I've done a day of work in my life?
If you need a profession to get into town, I am Svelte's Master Artificer, student of the great Lord Mishra.
Okay, maybe you can tell me, who is this guy?
So his dad owns like half of Svelte or something, or used to. I don't really know the details. Their family history isn't super clear, but they do seem to be important, and they do let me have a laboratory basically for free. So.
Oh shit, is he a noble kid?
Yeah, he's a noble kid.
No shit. The guy kind of looks back over at Renard. Really?
Yes!
This clown?
Listen,
Give me a diplomacy check, Renard.
he's just a small town boy.
Nice.
He looks at the other guys around him and goes, well, if you're noble guys, kid, you can keep your sword, but we're gonna keep everybody else's weapons, and you're gonna have to go see the general when he gets back into town.
Yes, thank you.
And he starts writing up chits for everybody.
Ah, yes, thank you, my good man. You are, quite helpful, actually.
No weapons in town. Don't pick any fights, or if you do have enough money to pay the guys off. Don't tell anybody else I said that. Enjoy your trip.
Thank you very much, sir. We will endeavor to, keep with the rules of the city.
Sorry, I do have one quick question. What with the recent changes in societal hierarchies, are non-casted magics still in favor, or are those kind of not okay now?
What?
You know, like, is having a magic doodad still okay? Like a good ring, or a, you know, stuff that makes it better.
I mean, as long as you're not blowing stuff up, like, I mean.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure there was no change in the general, like, scheme of what we thought of stuff.
So the generals instituted martial law. Everybody has to be inside by, more or less nightfall. Don't cause trouble, or you're going to have a real bad time. And the punishments are going to be a lot more severe because, all the shit that's going on. But those are pretty much the broad strokes. He's trying not to, disrupt things too much. This is still a working town.
Okay.
Yes, don't want to rile up the commoners. Well, we will endeavor to, not be much of a disruption during our visit here. Thank you for the advice.
Anything for a lord, son?
Oh, please. My father is the lord. I'm, simply a servant of the people, as it were.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys,
I'm moving.
we should probably find somewhere to stay first. So, like a nice inn. Does everyone have their own money for their own inn? Yav, you're good.
Yav is good.
I think we should move away from the door before we.
I don't have more map access, so I can't do that.
You can walk ahead past the people in front of you.
I cannot.
Really? Because we did.
Yeah, there shouldn't be anything blocking you.
I get a wall notice when I try and move forward, and I cannot see.
Excellent. So I'll touch a wall.
A wall notice?
Yeah, the attempted token collides with at least one wall.
Nobody else is getting a wall notice, right?
No.
No, just me.
Look at me, look at me. I can do something you can't.
How about now, moving forward?
Wall.
Because there wasn't even a wall at the spot you were having that problem. Literally no walls there. It was wallless.
There's a wall for me.
I mean, yeah, I can.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's gonna be one of those nights.
Even in a video game, I get discriminated against.
Fuck.
My
goddamn.
God! Alright.
Apparently it's just you two because I'm trans too. So.
Well, you know what? I am not for these anti-Sylvia regulations. Therefore, I am protesting. I have a pitchfork. Who wants to carry the torch?
I recommend you send a strongly worded email to Foundry Virtual Tabletop about it.
I will.
So everybody got a chip. Do I get a chip?
Do you have anything compensating?
No, but you do get some looks.
Why?
Bernard didn't get a chit either because he was allowed to keep his thing.
Well,
So,
you got a chit for the dagger, but not
right,
for
yeah,
the sword.
yeah.
So once we get in, we should probably start to find an inn, I would think, base operations.
Okay, so you've entered the city proper. The first thing you notice is that there are military units stationed regularly throughout the city. It's clear that a large military force is currently occupying and literally serving as police all throughout the city right now. The second thing you notice is they're not burning things down or harassing people. They're not actively making it hard to be in the city. They are confiscating any weapons that people come out onto the street with, occasionally dispensing justice when people resist giving up their weapons or otherwise cause trouble, but more or less serving as a peacekeeping force inside the walls. We are going to jump to a different map now.
Okay.
Hopefully one that's not blocked by said people. I can walk around.
It's like invisible walls.
Yeah. This whole map
Sylvia
just has
only-
a whole bunch of invisible walls.
Discriminatory walls.
Yeah.
The discriminatory walls!
Closing it around me.
Just.
This
This is something that I noticed I had to fix on my token a while back, but it's something you guys should probably check on yours, is make sure your token disposition is set to friendly.
Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
Okay, because mine was set to hostile a few weeks back, and I had to change it back over to friendly.
It happens.
Okay, so my question is, do you guys have vision on the map?
No.
No.
I have not yet loaded in.
It's all black for me.
Yep.
I have vision.
I see a
Yeah.
black square.
Hey.
I have a
There we
token.
go. There we go. Okay.
I have vision.
All right, can you see the whole thing, or is the vision messed up still?
Nope, I just see me.
Decision.
I just see what I see.
I have a giant fuck off circle around me, but that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a radius.
I see me. That's it. I don't see anything else.
Hold on, let me move into
Oh,
the.
okay.
There we go.
Try
Yeah,
it now.
yeah, you have to be. You were outside of the barrier. You gotta go inside. Now we can see it.
No, I mean,
Okay,
No, you
there we
don't
go.
have to. He changed it so you don't have to.
Okay, there we go.
Moving
Ah.
Okay, whatever.
main
All
thing
right.
here.
So, as you enter the city, you also spot a stone placard, basically chiseled in the middle of the square, which more or less shows you this. And as you travel through the city, you find that this is actually popped up, or this equivalent map has been chiseled into stone placards in various places across the city, because this capital gets a lot of visitors.
Ah,
I assume since we
a
entered
directory,
from the
okay.
south, did we come through this gate? Is that where?
Sorry, I need to go deal with my dog.
Yes and yes.
Okay, so we're right there. And where do we want to go? There's a White Hook, wherever White Hook is. Silver Blue.
Okay, so here is where
There's the
eventually
castle.
we're gonna need to go.
Do we?
So, yeah, we
The
gotta go
town.
see the general. So the way I look at it is, White Hook, Silver Grove, Westgate.
Oh, I need to go to number 8, the fair. So
Yeah, all these are like.
I'm going to the fair tomorrow.
yeah, let's
Oh,
go to the fair.
I'm going to Bright Garden. Anyways, so I'm thinking these are not just sites of the city. I think these are actual subsectors
Districts.
of the city.
Yeah, districts.
Yeah, districts.
So,
We've got White Hook.
so actually, which gate did we come in from?
Okay,
We
we
just said
came in
that.
through this gate down here. Right now we're in the middle of White Hook. Why?
I think he wants to use the token to track where the party is.
Okay, there you go.
That's fine.
So yeah, we're right now in the middle of White Hook. We'll eventually have to go to the castle because we got to go see the general because he knows that Renard is in town. I'm assuming that nobles are put in a special book saying, "Hey, this noble is here." That's a pain in the ass. All right.
Does anybody have some local knowledge to tell us anything about this city?
I can roll knowledge local. I have that
Also-
now.
I can also roll knowledge local.
To know what these districts are or anything that we need to know.
That shot.
Right.
Hmm.
Renard, what are you specifically checking on?
I'm checking each district for what they are.
All right. Well, White Hook is more or less your inn, tavern, stabling, service area. It's pretty close to the center of town. You're going to find most of the lodges that you stay or would want to stay in there. And it's a good place to go find shops or information about where to find specific shops. Silver Grove is sort of the large-ass, nicer residential district for the nobility who have homes in the area, and for people who are wealthy enough to purchase a home or who live in the area and serve people who are wealthy enough to purchase a home there. Merchant's Wall, as you can imagine, is absolutely 100% about chess. Just chess all the time, nothing but chess.
Really? Merchant's Wall is all about chess.
Yes, it's all about chess, nothing but chess.
Nothing about actual merchants.
Yeah, no, just chess. No, it is obviously the merchant district. Westgate holds, the Westgate obviously, and some of the crafting and production facilities that they like to keep in the town. So there's actually blacksmith that you'll find near the border of Merchant's Wall and Westgate. And then of course, that's closer towards the edge of the wall. And you might come past it on your way out if you make it out. And then Brewer's Gate is where you're going to find a lot of like the more debaucherous areas. It wasn't originally, but well, when they named it that, it just kind of gradually became the debauchery center. Originally, it was a large area dedicated to fine quality brewing, but the breweries have slowly shut down and mostly been replaced. There's still a couple that are still there, but mostly been replaced by those buildings that are open way later than any other building. Area 6 is, of course, the castle, and the image of the castle does not represent the actual image of the castle, because,
I figured.
of course, it doesn't, but it's not too far off. And Southtown is a sort of shanty town built up around the outside of the city, where those people who are not wealthy or well-off live and shop and steal and are stolen from, as it's outside the protection of the city gates. The original city had a prohibition against buildings outside of the city walls, but later kings, and especially the almost most recent king, liked having an additional barrier in case the city was ever going to be attacked, so that they would have time to get their forces set up more effectively along the wall.
How'd that work out for him?
Well, I guess you could ask around and find out. The fair is not always populated or filled, but when traveling shows do come through, whether it's an animal show or an opera, they have either facilities or space in that area to set up, as well as buildings for their confectionery production and housing for the performers while they're there and that sort of thing. As you can imagine, it's not too popular right now.
Yeah.
Bright Garden has some fishing and what's the word I'm looking for? Farming. Weird that I couldn't think of that.
Agriculture?
To provide, agriculture. To provide the freshest possible of certain preferences to the nobility in the town. As you might expect from the capital and the size of the noble section, there are a number of people with preferences that demand to be catered with, often with a large pile of gold.
Really?
So,
Because I would have figured that the home farms are over here.
No, that's the farming, not the specialty stuff.
So this is the generalized farming area, and this is the
specialty stuff. So you'll have a building that might have 3 of a plant that grows a particular type of a berry.
Right, I gotcha.
And it's not, and it might require a lot of extra work just to get some berries off that
Rich
plant.
people
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, and while the farms aren't large enough, the ones around the outside of the edge aren't large enough to supply the town fully, they do provide some surplus, but most of the supplies are brought in from outside. It's all the roads.
Alright, so, to recap. This district is the generalized inn and, well, we'll say the welcoming areas for the city.
Landing pad.
Right. Rich people area.
Mm-hmm.
This is the shopping and mercantile district.
And chess.
Yes, and chess. This
Again,
is
rich
the,
people shit.
Right. This is the where Orin will love to be.
And
That would be-
and Altisha, I would imagine.
Where your mouse is now is where Orin would. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's Westgate. No. Westgate is where the
Why can't I press?
Westgate has the blacksmith.
Right. This is
Another
all the
crafting
blacksmiths and crafting stuff. This is where Orin will want to be because, yeah, exactly.
The Brewer's Gate? Why would I want to be in Brewer's Gate?
Because it's got all the ale houses.
That aren't really around anymore. I mean, Altisha and I would probably be interested in the Westgate, but you'd probably venture over into Brewer's Gate for, for libations.
So, Castle's Castle, blah, blah, blah. Southtown, exactly what I thought it was.
Slum.
Shanty. Yeah, I actually, when I saw the name, I go, yeah, that's the slum. And then,
It's outside the
this
castle.
is the-
It's outside the walls, so that's good.
yeah, and this is the entertainment district, and the specialty farming and supply area. Okay, so that is the city.
So for now, we just need an inn, and then we can make further plans.
Right.
Are there any inns with names about bunnies?
See, I want an inn right at the edge here.
Yeah, no, there are no inns with names about bunnies. There's one, however, called the Trout Inn. It is not that popular because, I don't know, people just kind of find it a little fishy.
Yeah.
Hey, Magic.
Yeah.
I don't think he has the sound on.
I don't, specifically to avoid that.
Ha! Your auto humor does not work here, fool.
Okay, then we'll go with visual humor.
I also don't have to look at that, so ha. Double ha.
Okay, so if you want a poor or a common inn, you will need to exit the city and head to the shanty area.
Yeah, no.
All of the inns inside the city are good.
Yeah.
I want a good or better inn.
I mean, we don't want to.
Status as a noble.
I mean, we don't want to walk away with lice and fleas.
So you can find, in addition to just a good inn, you can also get a suite if you want.
Would it be big enough for our whole party?
It could potentially, if you get a nice enough suite.
I see.
How much is that?
A small suite, which would be crowded if you all try to sleep in it, would be 4 gold. An average suite would be 16 gold. And a luxurious suite, which would come with baths and hot water, would be 32 gold.
32 gold a night?
Yep.
I mean, that's not that much if we all put in.
And they eyeball Renard, winking him, and say you can have as many people in the bath as you want.
Fall in. Okay, so do you want to get like a week? Wait, how many people are in our party again? 5?
How does Yav count?
Yav counts. Yav has money.
Okay.
was gonna
6.
say,
Don't forget your missing alchemist.
6. So if we each paid for a day at the end, we get 6 days. And then we're good for a little while. We figure out what we're doing.
I'm good with that. 32 gold.
Yeah. 32 gold each. Y'all, I'll subtract it for you, don't worry.
Thank you, Altisha, buddy.
Putting in my notes.
They also provide you with a list of what meals that they offer, and you can request specific meals, which they may or may not accommodate depending on what they are able to get.
Oh dear, I'm to be honest with you, Renard is not that picky when it comes to meals and stuff.
Give me a sense motive. Renard.
Really?
Yes.
Why did
Renard.
you not?
It was an offer for
Right.
prostitutes, you dimwit.
Oh.
Yeah, it is a request form also for other things that might not be on the normal in menu because you got the nice room.
Hmm.
Ah, okay.
Things that otherwise might be recreational and or illicit.
Now I see.
Renard, put down that we need an armor polishing and just see what happens.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like worst case scenario, my armor gets polished. So
Specifically the helmet. Yeah.
Oh my god.
oh shit.
All right, so I heard 32 gold, and then I got distracted by something.
Yeah, 32 gold, and we're each doing it, so we're gonna get 6 days in the inn, and we'll just have to tell Vance that he owes 32 gold out of his loot. That's
All right,
fine.
so your suite, as they let you into it, has a nice large fireplace, and a servant is currently getting the fire lit. It has a very fine lock on it, and you are handed the key. There are 2 large and 4 small bedrooms, and you are offered, if you would like, a servant to remain in the room to help you dress and send messages and cook, clean, etc. if you want a private service.
Yob, do you want to share one of the big bedrooms?
Can y'all have the tub?
Yob can have the tub, of course.
Yay!
Tub.
Y'all hasn't been able to sleep in water in so long.
There's probably more than one tub. And it can even be your choice of hot, cold, or tepid. I know how you love tepid water.
Oh, what about dank?
Well, we'd need to put something down on the special request form if we wanted dank, but they might have it. I don't know. We're in a city. We're spending some money.
Y'all will see how the better half live. Y'all can always get swamp water at home.
I was gonna say, we could always just like send a peasant to get some. Just go to the nearest swamp and bring back water.
No. Y'all will live on the bougie side of life this time.
Totally fair, yeah. Totally fair. So, guys, while they're getting our room ready, figure we just talk quick plans. Obviously, Renard, you introduced yourself at the gate, so you'll have to make an appearance at the courts or whatever the frick they have here at some point. I don't really know how you nobles work, but yeah.
It seems to me we should probably try to get in touch with the resistance.
All right, so there's a good plan. So do you want to handle that?
I'm going to have to.
Well, no, I'm saying, so Renard can go and he can work the royal angle. And then, so, I guess Cyrus and Orin could go work the resistance angle. And y'all...
Doesn't Rich Man need his manservants or whatever, though?
Potentially. I was just thinking of spreading out our potential. I guess we can do more than one thing in a day, too. So, okay. So, royal appearance, seek out resistance. Anyone else got any ideas for what we should do in the city?
Well, there's one thing we could do in the city.
I swear to God, if you say a heist...
I wasn't going to suggest a heist, but now that you mention it... And you see Renard kind of get an odd glint in his eyes.
Well, Altisha, buddy, you were the big boss. Wouldn't it make more sense if you went to the people,
No, that was in a military that is opposed by the military that currently occupies this city.
But yeah, but we're trying to get a hold of the resistance, right? Well, who else would it be?
Yeah, well, we left all of our proof of that outside of the city, and I wasn't exactly high enough up to know any of like secret phrases or anything. I'm not an intelligence informer.
I think the other thing we can check to see is what cities have been taken over. Which cities are still not flying this flag.
Can we do that from here?
Possibly, but I would be shocked if basically just whatever the nearest port city and like the closest farm towns are actually under like firm control. Because everything else is just kind of like it doesn't actually really matter as long as they pay the occasional tax person.
So, there it is. So looking at this, looking at the, good lord, I just realized what distance Navi Razid and Svelte are from each other.
Yes.
That is a chunky distance. Anyways, just looking at this, using my own brain meats. Charcuteris?
Gesundheit.
Yeah, I think that one.
Sorry, that's such an old joke.
I don't know. That it sounds kind of lewd, really.
Right.
It sounds like charcuterie.
Arzir and Rathi are definitely cities that would be under the general's immediate control. The rest of the country?
That's what I was getting at. Like, where is the line? If we have a line, or is it just a few cities, multiple cities? Who knows? Then we can guess, or we could kind of, ask around a little bit to get
Magic. I do have one little question here.
Yes.
Where were we in the army camp?
What do you mean?
All the way down on the orange line.
Yeah,
the
we were traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if that, so that
they got raided there, they got hit. So that's what I'm saying is like, is it everything down there? Because we don't know. And so I was just saying it wouldn't hurt to try to get some information exactly how much of the continent has been taken. So
yeah.
Well, okay. So we got a couple things we want to do. We want to have a royal appearance. We want to find out how far the city's reach is. We'll have to just do that through chit chat, I suppose. And we're gonna find the resistance.
All right, Renard. While this would be a role for a normal person, as a nobleman, you know that when visiting different cities and what have you, generally you would send one of your servants with a note to announce your arrival to the lord and or lady of the town. Then you would wait to receive a response indicating whether you were going to be favorably or unfavorably welcomed.
Right.
So you can go in person if you would like up to the keep, or you can attempt to send a runner, as one of the services the inn provides is in fact just that.
Seems like that's a good idea.
Yeah, I think I'll send the runner.
All right. It can take a while to get a response too, so
That's okay. We got time.
you can sit and wait, or you can go on about your day if you would like.
In the meantime, Yav, you'd be more than welcome to join me, but I would love to go and look and see if I can't find another artificery.
Of course, y'all will go with you.
And try and see if there are any local artificers and see if I can make friends with them. Yeah. Cyrus, go find the resistance. Come on, buddy, you can do it.
just blankly stare at you.
Well,
Okay.
Oh wait, who needs Yov's? Which buddy needs Yov's help more? Cyrus buddy or Otisha buddy?
Cyrus is better at talking than we are, so but you're better at talking than me, so you should come with me.
Oh, okay.
My way of making friends is just gonna be to sing a song. Look at my Yov. My Yov is amazing.
Yov is amazing.
Anything in particular I should be doing?
Not getting into fights.
I don't know why you think I do that.
Orin, you're Renard's remaining bodyguard, obviously.
Yes,
I
of course
recommend-
need one for appearances.
I recommend the two of you hang out at the tavern, pick up whatever information you can, maybe have a few drinks, and hell, if you're really lucky, maybe have a good time with some pretty girls. I don't really care, but if you come up with some useful information, that would be cool.
Very well.
Okay, so it's my goodness, it's going to be Brewer's Gate already.
What?
I'm gonna leave most of my money here because I know what's gonna happen. So
All right. Well,
You're getting mugged?
yeah,
When he gets taken in by the Resistance, they're gonna take all his shit.
yeah.
Oh.
Every Resistance organization does it.
I'll put it in my notes.
So yeah, Yav, we're gonna go look for an artificer. If there even is
Okay.
one. We're pretty rare. I'm sure a city has an artificer.
Yeah, you.
Yeah, but I'm like the master artificer of Svelte. I don't know if there's
Yeah, but
Okay.
any city you're in has an artificer in it. Duh.
Oh, that is true, I suppose.
Yeah, this is why Yov is so smart.
let's start with Yav and Altisha.
Yay!
So you head out of the very fine room, and you do what?
Okay, so I suppose we will head to the sort of around the Merchant District / Westgate area.
All right. As you walk through the streets, you see the military guards on what seems like every street corner. Both of you can give me a sense motive check.
I'm gonna go fix myself a drink. I'll be back.
Roger, roger.
Whoops, I was on Yav's token when I did that. My mistake.
Oh.
Sorry, I forgot I had control of your token.
It's okay. I appreciate that you are updated by things.
All right, carry on.
Altisha is very in tune with people's motives.
You
Yov
make
doesn't
it.
know about that. No.
You make it to the border of Merchant's Wall and Westgate, and there are in fact quite a few shops here, most of them with very fine signs and decorations and products in the windows.
I will go into one of the finer looking ones, and I will have a quick look around to see basically what sort of shop it is.
It is the finest array of toupees you have ever seen.
Lovely. Yav, play along. I will walk in and I'll go, "Excuse me, good sir. I assume it's a sir. I assume.
They don't care.
They don't
Esteemed
care.
individual.
Esteemed individual of the toupeery. I come to ask directions.
The very pleasant and welcoming smile immediately transforms into a grumpy frown.
Altisha will put a platinum piece on the table.
The smile comes back.
So, I'm looking for the makers and purveyors of magical goods. Do you know if your city has any of these?
The frown returns. And the Vare looks at you and goes, what? Yes.
Altisha, buddy. Let's say that we're interested in buying a toupee for the bird, man. I don't think I've ever actually seen if he has hair or not.
Well, it seems while we're here, my companion Yav, wave at the fellow.
Hi, I'm Yav. Yav is Yav.
Yav would like to purchase a toupee for their friend.
Yav's friend.
Yav's friend.
Yav would not call them a friend, but Yav think it'd be a very funny gift nonetheless.
So, how about we purchase a toupee, and perhaps you share some knowledge about the city makers and purveyors of magical objects.
I don't really like them. They keep trying to cure my patrons.
Okay, but have you considered that your industry will always be funny for comedic commentary?
The frown intensifies.
You know, it's a good thing I had my microphone muted because the thunderclap I just heard was truly impressive. Man,
Yav,
That must have been some toned lightning.
it was.
describe in perfect detail the elaborate, absurd, and extremely gay toupee you want to buy for Vance. Explain it in detail.
Okay, so you know those like really stuck up and pompous bird things that you can see every once in a while? You know, like the ones that like are just really full of themselves and like to yell at you and make you feel bad because you can't fly with them, you know, like those assholes, you know, like the super like snooty stuck up birds that like are really all up in their own shit, you know, those birds? Yeah.
With every word, the shopkeeper's face turns redder and redder.
Yav wants, you know, to make one of those for is Yav saying the bad things, or Yav has money?
And in the middle of your sentence, suddenly her face just brightens up and she perks up and she goes, "You know what? I will tell you exactly where they are."
Is that a yes or a no for the toupee?
That is a go away.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Buddy, you have to let the Birdman know that Yav tried.
And the magical item
Not gonna cry.
creators, the artificers themselves, are all outside the wall. They're all at the very edge of Westgate.
Well, Yav, it looks like we've got a little trek to go on.
Now, you can find shops inside the wall that sell the items they make, but the crafters themselves aren't allowed inside the city.
Can we stop and get some like treat or something? Please, on
I
the
don't
way
think
there.
I don't think we're in the right neighborhood for that. But
Oh well, if Yav smells something
wait,
good, can
hold
we
on,
stop
hold
there?
on. There's blacksmiths around, right?
Yav really
There
likes-
are. You can follow the sound of smashing metal.
So, Yav, you love fish, right?
Yeah.
And you love being moist, right?
Yes.
My good blacksmith friend, I would like to purchase a barrel of your finest quenching fish oil.
That is an absolutely horrible image.
Yav isn't sure if Yav wants to jump in it or eat it. And Yav is not used to having this thought. I can't hear that. I muted it.
Oh, jeez.
What was the sound? I couldn't hear it.
I think he's playing a sound effect of metal banging on.
Yeah, there's a blacksmith sound.
Yes, you have discovered the one thing I had for. No, yes, you can purchase a barrel of fish oil, but yeah, you're gonna have to figure out transportation yourself.
Oh, no, I believe Yav is going to drink it all in one sitting.
Again, Yav is not sure if Yav wants to sleep in it or, eat it. Yav is not used to drinking fish. That's the weird thing. Instead of a barrel, can Yav just get, a cup? To see if Yav actually, wants it? Yav is so confused that Yav isn't upset anymore about the stupid toupee thing.
You can buy a cup if you would like.
I will buy Yav a cup of fish oil.
Okay.
So, good news and bad news. It is, in fact, fish oil, but it is definitely not been kept fresh in any way.
Yav doesn't care.
I mean, have they been using?
The hatch! Ugh.
Have they been using this for tempering?
Presumably, but Yav is also not the kind of thing to care about that.
I mean, the taste. Yeah, and it will be broken down from the hot metal. Yeah,
You'd be broken down from the hot metal.
It tastes like war.
Ugh. Has notes of death and destruction in it.
I mean, aren't those kind of a thing your family do?
I mean, it depends on who you ask, really. But Yob's mother is more a know-it-all kind of person.
Isn't your final form a kind of all-consuming worm?
Yeah, how do you think I know things? I eat it.
Yeah, but
Y'all thought you knew this.
all right. So, do you like the death and destruction fish oil?
It's definitely interesting.
Well, I'm glad we did that for you. Let's go and find my artificer friends.
Okay. Y'all's just walking, trailing after you're sipping on the cup.
All right, we are going to jump over to
Like a placated 5-year-old.
Renard. What are you doing?
Renard is hanging out in the inn, in the tavern, because he is expecting a return message from the castle.
Be social, you prick.
I am being social.
He's being social in the way that nobles are social, aka they're not.
Yeah.
Gonna send a
Well,
fucking
they are, but
letter
they're
to
not.
introduce
They
yourself to someone across the lane, or what?
Well, if we're in the tavern area of the inn that we're in, I am going to see what I can offer here. Would you like a perception check or a diplomacy check?
You are going to want to give me a diplomacy to gather information.
Very well then. Let's see how well this goes. About as well as I thought. I mean, the die just skidded across the map and just didn't move.
All right, you get a little carried away telling stories about your family and your history and your craft that you forget to really listen to anybody else's stories. But you tell some good ones.
Yeah.
Renard, are you gonna roll or not?
Is Ironbite here?
Yeah, I am.
Everybody just has to tab back over to the window.
Yeah. No, it's in my second monitor. Yeah, I guess. Let's see.
Hey, at least he admits it.
I can't do much better.
I hope you can do much better.
I mean, you did better, just not much.
Well, you do manage to hear the one rumor that everybody is talking about. And that's that the prince was captured.
I mean, I'd say that if I was an opposing general, too. That would be all I would talk about, would be how incredibly captured the prince was.
Super duper captured. Alright, that takes you an hour. You can spend another hour.
Let's see what else Bernard and Orin can learn.
Not much, probably, but let's give this a shot.
Natural one. You guys are so hot right now.
Orin, you hear that the general has in fact taken the town.
Awesome.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
BRB.
And that they're no longer allowing weapons in open areas in the town.
You don't say.
God.
Yeah. So you better be careful with that little pea shooter of yours.
I don't have any weapons.
Yeah. So you look down and you have your pistol.
I stashed it away in my bandolier.
Ow?
Hmm.
You know what? I'm just saying, whatever.
Then I wonder if Altisha has her sword.
Let's see. This will bring us to Cyrus.
Okay. I will actually leave the entire tavern. Yes, Iron. And we're gonna look for a temple. Desna. See if there's any temples around here. Look it.
There is an Omni Temple, which is to say the king didn't particularly care for religion, so there's one temple, and when you want to worship a particular god, they slide in a placard for it.
I'm starting to see why this particular leader lost.
Why?
I guess I will go to the placard area and just kind of mingle about and see see if I overhear some grumblings of people, start chit-chatting with them, see what their take is of why religion is all but crossed out here.
Alright, you can give me a diplomacy check to gather information.
Yep.
Still the best so far.
Yep.
Well, because on the topic of your specific question, the previous king had the opinion that the gods did what they did with magic intentionally to watch humanity basically destroy itself. And so he didn't like him very much, and he didn't believe in relying on somebody else to get shit done if he could otherwise avoid it.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
So there was originally in this town, before he specifically took over, a whole area for worship that eventually got absorbed by the other districts as the funding was cut off and more restrictions were put in place around what you couldn't do for worshiping and that sort of thing.
What's the that was the old king, right? So this new
Yep.
person that took over, what's his verdict on? Like, has anybody had any rumblings on what he thinks?
There's a lot of questioning about what's going to happen one way or the other once the general gets to town and starts setting, and changing laws and stuff. But you do hear there's still a lot of uncertainty as to whether he's going to be able to hold everything, because there's still a lot of forces out there from the loyalists from the old king who are now supporting his son, who are pushing back against the general. And that's what the general's out doing right now, is trying to deal with some of these groups.
Well, then I'll start chit-chatting about that, saying, who has information on how much of the continent has been taken, or what's more or less the locations of people. Like, does anybody know where the general's at this moment? Like, how far? Not exactly, but like general ideas.
You can give me another diplomacy check. So the people you're talking to here aren't really positioned to know much about the military movements and military units.
Yep.
You have determined that they have not yet heard what happened down in Svelte yet.
Oh, okay. That's why I was wondering.
So
it's like
their
this is
information.
the capital. Yeah, this is the capital, so I was wondering how much information is filtered into the capital. So, more or less.
Yeah, it might be just the people you're around, or it might just be that information is being or coming in slowly, or it could be that it's being restricted somewhere. But the people you're talking to won't have the answers to you're looking for.
And there's no ports around here except for, there's a river.
And we are gonna jump back over to Altisha's. That's roughly 2 hours apiece. Altisha and Yav.
Hello.
Yay!
All right. So you approach the gate, and as you do so, Altisha, you suddenly realize you are wearing your sword.
What? Oh no.
It just starts clinging suddenly, and you look down, and there it is.
Yeah, isn't sure that swords. Wait, when did you get that back?
We're just gonna go with it. It just, obviously it's my sword now.
So question. They're gonna get mad at you if you see that. They see that, right?
Obviously my lord got permission from someone or other. I don't know. He's
Is
a
that how
lord.
that works?
I don't deal with lord stuff.
Well, can we just hide it in the weird, creepy parts of your armor or something?
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think hiding a long sword is.
Just say that it's a pauldron or weird pauldron or something.
It's my lord's sword.
It's a new aesthetic thing.
It's a decorative sword. It's the blade of kinship, okay?
Oh, okay.
So
if Yav is asked, Yav will say it is the blade of kinship.
Okay. So we go, and we're gonna go to see the artificers.
All right. So you approach the gate with the guards. And you, I assume, are intending to pass through?
Yeah.
They see you with your sword and immediately stop you.
I give them the sword.
They take the sword and they tell you, no weapons are allowed inside the city.
I'm so sorry. It's got a mind of its own.
And then they pat you down. And they don't check Yav this time. They actually step back from Yav because Yav has quite a strong smell at the moment.
I just sip my fish oil.
Yeah. It's also fun because Yav is sticky.
No, Yav is moist. There's a difference.
No, you literally have the sticky evolution. Makes you a better grappler.
Oh yeah, it's Yav's mucus membrane. It has grown much more potent because Yav has been taking really good care of it.
One of the guards turns and dry heaves into the corner. Go. Get that thing a breath mint. God.
Oh, that's
What is a breath mint?
So
Is it something to eat?
God, yes, please.
technically yes.
So we go to meet the artificers.
All
You
right.
didn't answer Yav's. Wait, no, I guess the vomit man told me about it. Can Yav have a breath mint? Yav wants to try it.
We will eventually, yes, we will find you a breath.
Okay. Yav will keep you to that.
So, despite being outside the walls, these structures are quite sturdily built. Definitely not to conceal and contain explosions of any kind.
Of course not. That would never happen.
Of course not. Most of them are not being used. Most of them have actually been emptied. But there are still a few where sounds are emitting from the structures.
Yeah, look at all this free real estate.
It could used to be like 90% more wet.
Oh, Yav, we will endure you to the wonderful world of industry eventually. So,
What does that have to do with not being wet?
we pick a shop and go inside. Or not a shop, an artificery, I should hope. Or maybe an arcanum. Or maybe an enchantry.
Those were a lot of words.
Your
Alright.
name is a lot of words.
No, it isn't.
If you unscramble it, it is.
What do you... Well... Y'all would call it more like one long droning sound, but...
And it all translates to I love you.
Y'all does love Altisha, buddy.
You too, buddy. You too.
Yay!
Okay, artificers, what are they up to? What are they doing? What do they know?
You find a building and you open the door and you go inside. And a person inside looks up from a workbench. He goes, "What are you doing? It's a door."
A door that I have opened. Opened unto opportunity. Opportunity for you. Opportunity for me. Opportunity for my friend Yav. To better ourselves.
Opportunity for my foot.
At least
Opportunity
he's not...
for
He's at least a bit more polite than the earlier guy.
Opportunity for your foot to snap off on my armor? Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah, no, you haven't seen my foot.
Yo, Artificer Beef, let's go!
Alright.
This guy is wearing like two of the most ridiculously oversized shoes you have ever seen.
Wow, this guy's feet are almost as big as Yav's are.
Well, my feet are normal.
Proportionately. Well, what the fuck are those then?
Enhancements.
You think that's an enhancement? Altisha flexes, showing the tensing muscle fibers of her armor. This is real enhancement.
Not all of us need to show it.
Yav just like pulls like a snack out of their pouch and just starts going like chowing on it.
Alright. Well, how about I arm wrestle your foot and we see who comes out on top then, how about?
How do you arm wrestle a foot?
Questions, Yav, do not ask.
Oh, okay.
How about you tell me what you want?
I
What do we
seek
want?
allies amongst the enlightened, the smart who shall guide the smart. I seek kinship, the name of my blade.
Y'all thought that was the... Oh, yeah, the kid.
The name of your blade is kinship?
Well, it's the sword of Elgor, the blade of kinship, but yeah. Yeah, it's a friendly sword.
Oh my god, you're such a copycat.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
Do you have a blade of Elgor? Or blade... Whatever. Do you have one?
Yeah, I sure wouldn't name any blade I made that.
This is getting really hostile really fast.
Look, listen. And I'm sure you haven't built a nightmare frame to work off your soul harness either, have you?
You know, I don't know what a soul harness is, but it doesn't sound good.
It's great. It's just utilizing potential that I wouldn't otherwise be using and, like, burning it for fuel. Sort of. Wow, what do you do for power? What makes your enhancements work?
I pull power from the air around you.
Around me or around everyone?
That sounds fake.
Well, around wherever the thing is that it's at.
Cool, so like natural chakra or some shit. Yeah, I read that in a fucking anime.
A what?
Yeah, but my way is different than everybody else's because instead of doing just like a slow charge up to the use of the item and then you expend it and it's gone, I built in extra capacity so it can supercharge.
I mean, that does sound useful as hell. I like supercharging things.
He jumps up and sits on his table and then jumps forward back down, slamming his shoes into the ground as he does so, and then he kind of shoots up like 12 feet into the air. If you remember like Iron Man 1 when he's first testing out flight and it's just kind of wobbly, yeah, that's what this guy is doing.
I see.
Love it. Love it.
Y'all doesn't know what's going on, but, you know, this is pretty cool.
No, I can do that someday, Yav. Don't worry. What he's doing, that's totally attainable. I got plans. I got plans, Yav.
And they're
Like-
very good plans.
Or like, whatever.
But yeah, don't call your sword that. You're gonna piss some people off. It's a bad idea.
No, seriously, like, why? Like, it came with its name. I didn't name it. It came, like, I got a vision. It was, like, an important moment in my backstory. Like, it's part of my life now.
I mean, that's kind of like a big-ish deal around here.
Well, I'm not from round here. I'm from a little dipshit town down south where my asshole Lord Father abandoned me because I am, like, the 17th kid of a third son, So, I don't freaking know, my guy. What does my sword's name mean?
Okay, so like, supposedly a long-ass fucking time ago, there were these guys that more or less saved the world, right?
Yeah, I got that part.
Yeah, that's the name of one of the guys.
Why would you be mad about that then?
Because that's like an actual fucking thing. It's like naming your sword the fucking king's name. Like,
Yeah, I didn't name it. It came
That's-
with the name. It's the name of the sword. It wasn't
God,
me. I didn't
you're
make
gonna
it. I made
piss
the
people
night.
off.
I made the night. Do you want it? Is the sword back?
No, it's not.
Darn. Well, when eventually my sword reappears, I will show it to you, and you will see that I did not name it the sword, the blade of Elgor, blade of kinship. It just is.
Did you ever think that it might actually just be that guy's sword?
No.
But what if it was, though?
Listen,
Like-
it was in a hidden crypt that held
If
the
it's the
necromancer of Fel.
guy's sword, then he broke into his fucking tomb.
No, I broke
No.
into a tomb that was being broken into by someone else to save a town of Zelt from being overrun by necromantic creatures that the necromancer was summoning using the power of the tomb.
Then it wouldn't be his sword because his tomb's not any fucking.
How do you know where it is?
Well, I don't know exactly where it is, but I know it's not fucking here.
Well, yeah, it's in Svelte.
Listen, so like...
No, it's not in this fucking country, because the dude wasn't from the fucking country.
Well, it was in Svelte. I'm here to tell you.
No, definitely not.
Well, you're definitely not.
There was
Anyway.
one dude from the fucking group that was from this country, and the dude did not live in Svelte, and his tomb is not in fucking Svelte.
Well, no, the Necromancer's tomb was in Svelte, and all corpses were there, and all of their actual tombs probably had nothing in them. Because they died in the tomb. With the Necromancer. I'm really sorry.
Yeah, that sounds made up.
I have to step out for 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
We can bounce on to...
God, this got so hostile so quickly.
Renard and, oh god, my brain is killing me.
Orin.
Orin. Renard and Orin. I keep wanting to call you your character Talsar. Yeah, it's a thing.
It's been a while for Talsar Gilded.
Mm,
Yeah. So Renard and Orin, you are still in the tavern. You've spent 2 hours so far asking questions and carousing and telling your famous stories and learning that the town's been occupied by the general.
mhm.
All's in your court.
I'm not really getting much of anything out of these people.
Yes, and it has been quite a bit since I sent that message off.
I don't know why you're expecting it to return in just a couple of hours. It'll probably take a few days.
Eh. Well, I was hoping for things to, well,
Think about it from this perspective. The city has just gone through a regime change. It's going to take a while for things to get processed.
all right. So let us wander then.
Aye, but where should we wander? There is always... we can go to a Brewer's Gate.
Do you really think I would fit in there?
Probably not.
Agreed.
So, Silver Grove. That seems much more your...
Yes. Let us see what we can find over there.
Silver Grove.
Silver Grove.
Fine buildings, fine establishments, fine homes.
Where?
Orin is badly out of place.
Well,
Okay, no. If he was here alone, he'd be badly out of place. As my bodyguard,
No, he's not finely enough dressed. He needs more frills.
This not my style.
So, what are you looking for over in the grove here?
I think the same thing. Oh. Excuse me. I think the same thing we were looking for in the tavern. Just some generalized information.
Alright, well, as you can imagine, people aren't spending a lot of time on the streets. You do pass some of the finer drinking establishments, coffee houses, and such.
I see.
Things that appeal to nobility who can spend more on a tiny, tiny cup.
I'm
Yeah,
back. Sorry.
let's go find a decent wine shop.
Well, this is your area of expertise, so
Well, there are a couple. You spend some time wandering, but eventually you find one filled with people dressed more or less as nicely as Renard is.
Ah,
Not many bodyguards in here.
really?
Not obvious ones, at least.
There's that. Well, I'm visiting nobility, so I wouldn't exactly need a inconspicuous bodyguard. Renard will find a decent table and
start chatting them up.
Yep.
You two can give me diplomacy checks with the finer coffee house.
Coffee house, gotcha.
Of course it's a coffee house. Nobody drinks wine during the day.
Ooh.
Aside from all the people quietly drinking wine in the coffee house.
Let
Yeah.
me see if I can't. Well, to be expected.
Orin, you just can't help but feel uncomfortably out of place.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the way these people talk, you struggle even to understand what they're saying sometimes.
Well, I mean, that's only fair. People understand me when I talk, so.
It'd be like them listening in to you discuss the intricacies of blacksmithing. Renard, you do hear one thing that these people have heard that you didn't manage to catch in the other place. And that's that the prince is actually being kept imprisoned in his old room. It's a scandal because after he was captured, originally when the general was here before he left again, the general had some of the nobility come and view the prince as his prisoner.
Put on display like a trophy.
Yep, a very unnoble thing to do.
Mm-hmm. But I mean,
effective.
Not unexpected from someone who doesn't come from nobility. He's a commander, not a diplomat.
Yep.
A very uncouth.
Yep. And you spend a while longer chatting him up, and you can just give me one more roll.
You got it.
Would you like me to do one as well?
You are welcome to, yeah.
All right, well, let's see. Well,
all right. Let's see. Orin, you learned that many of the city's craftsmen have disappeared recently.
huh?
Which you learn as the nobles are complaining that they're not able to get access to some of the things that they wanted even before the capital had been taken over.
That is interesting. I mean, it would make sense if they're on a war footing. They would need them to manufacture supplies.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that they're still disappearing is a little bit unsettling.
Renard, you hear that the general has some kind of outside benefactor who's been funneling him with more money than he should have to throw around for stuff. And it's been a bit of a scandal for a while because he's so well known for how he manages his troops, but he's done so better than he should have been able to.
No. Hey, quick. So, do the rumors say when the general started doing this?
Apparently, it has been suspected for a long time, but only recently blatant enough that it's hard to believe otherwise.
So are we talking years or months here?
Well, as far as the long term, basically ever since he became a general.
Hmm.
But in the last several months, it's taken a noted uptick.
I have suspicions, but I'm not going to throw it out there just yet.
All right, this is going to roll us back around to Cyrus.
Hmm.
Okay. I think the next thing I want to do is, I assume the jail is next to the castle or someplace. Where would be the prison?
The jail is, let me see here. Interestingly, it's not like right next to the castle, because who wants to hear people screaming? There's
Not
only
all the nobles did. Anyway, moving on.
there's only like a small sort of jail in town, and anybody who's being kept long term is carted out of town to a different location for their sentence.
Okay, so any sympathy or organizers that they found, they have carted to a different place? Is that what I'm hearing?
That was not what you're hearing, because that's not what you asked.
Well, that's
You can roll
sorry.
me
That's what I wanted to know. That's why I was asking about the jails and stuff, because I assume they locked people away for that.
So that's what I describe as the normal function of the jail.
All right,
but with the upheaval in the general, you're going to need to do some.
Roll. Yep.
Are you trying to gather this information at the temple again?
No, I'll actually walk around, because that's why I was looking where the jail was, because that place would be where any prisoners would leave from. That's was my thinking. Like if you were disgruntled or anything else, you'd be held there. So that's where I was going. If they've already been carted out of town, I would still think around the jail they would, someone would know. So I'd ask like maybe some people around town where, around the jail where people would go, like if they were in prison and shipped off.
As a reminder, because of the army people here, there aren't a lot of folks on the street at all. So you can still attempt the roll, but it will be more challenging because there's not many people to talk to.
That's what I was doing. So.
Alright, give me just 1 second. I gotta think for my.
Someone wants me to find out where those people are. I'll fight it.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry.
Yep.
Oh, so that's a pretty good diplomacy check.
Good lord.
Damn, dude.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, so what you hear is that people who cause enough of a disturbance necessary in order to be detained or held are actually under the general right now, or the general's army, taken outside of town and to an encampment of the general's men who are camped outside, as he's got too many troops to fit inside the town.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where would that location be? I'll ask around for that. I assume maybe the fairgrounds, since no one's there, but who knows?
Fairgrounds is an excellent guess.
Yep.
Is it a correct one, though?
Yeah.
It is excellent because it's correct.
Imagine you can never tell when you say shit like that.
the forces are based around the fairground and extend along towards the Bright Garden area.
Okay.
Just kind of wrapping around here.
Yeah. I did that. Know where those people are. Know where the. I think that's good enough. I will go back to the end at that point because I have a good amount of information, more than what I did. Oh, I wanted to actually go to the. Well, I don't know if it's actually frowned upon. Poisons. I assume they're kind of frowned upon. It should be.
I think most people generally go, "Oh, poisons. Yeah, that's kind of shitty."
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, I guess I'll go to the Brewer's Gate there and try to ask about buying some.
Through the, give me a knowledge local.
Yeah.
Definitely have that, right? No? Okay. You go through the Brewer's Gate, and are you just like straight up going, "Hey, where can I get some poison?"
I won't do that, of course.
Poison.
Yeah, where's the poison, chat?
Yeah, you need to be a little bit more subtle.
Excuse me, good sir.
Apothecary.
Excuse me, good sir. My grandmother is in great pain, and I seek only to end her suffering.
I see only the finest of recreational drugs.
I can sell you this masterwork pillow.
Masterwork pillow. That's the word.
It is full of down, and great at the down if you get me.
I will. Yeah, I mean, I'll look for an alchemist or some type of shop down this way.
I've always wanted to buy the stupid Masterwork Mithril waffle iron.
That has been a running joke.
Oh, whoop. Can't use that now.
It's an item in Hero Lab.
Why not?
Oh, I know.
Oh, Diet's hit,
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Okay.
You do find an alchemist's shop, and as you are outside of town, it is perhaps not as reputable as it could be, but this area is still nicer than some of the other locales.
I will walk in. Good day, sir. How are you doing?
Yes.
I'm just looking for some herbs. Yeah. Special herbs that we can put on said items.
We sell processed goods here. You may be more interested in the herbalist if you're looking for raw herbs.
You're such a fucking narc.
Yeah, no, I am. Leave me alone. Hey, my character has a lot of diplomacy. I don't. So.
Well, if you would like to attempt a diplomacy check to specifically find this information from this guy, you absolutely can.
Yeah, I will. So, looking for things to go against monsters. I tell you.
Tell you what.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't deal in any of that. Very, very much not his clientele.
Okay.
But he does suggest one of two locations for you.
Okay.
The first is deep into Southtown, and the second is deep into Silver Grove.
I was really expecting up my ass and around the corner.
Okay.
Depending on the nature of poison you might want.
Well, especially like damaging, on contact poison kind of thing. So.
Then you're gonna want to go to Southtown.
Alright.
Because Silver Grove poisons, more things you might slip into somebody's drink or
Oh no!
leave on a handkerchief.
Yeah, that's not me. I fight monsters. That's not my style.
I was expecting Silver Grove poisons to be like opium.
No, drugs a different vendor.
Yeah.
Recreational drugs, very much not being sold as poisons.
But yeah, I adamantly tell him that I'm on the up and up, and it's for monsters outside the city.
All right, so yeah, you can head to Southtown then if you would like.
Okay. I will
I'm
go
sorry.
south.
Why are you trying to buy poisons again?
Why not?
Because
No reason.
Yeah, no reason.
All right. It's a weird way to seek out the resistance, but okay.
I already got the information on the resistance. I just needed
This is personal time.
Personal time for a second to grab, because my character can use such things, and it's an added bonus. So
Why not?
Use it. Yeah, why not?
Do it. Absolutely.
All right, you make your way to the vendor
You said
who
deep
is
into something.
deep in Southtown. Very, very seedy looking place.
Oh, okay. So,
Smells noxious as you come up to the door. Just reeks terrible.
all right. Perfect shot right there. Yeah. All right. I will head in.
All right. It's noxious because the dude is literally sitting there at the counter brewing poison.
Oh wow. All right.
He looks up at you, kind of peeks out behind you. What do you want?
Hello.
Well,
It's actually what I'm looking for. Is right there. I just want some poisons to, when I fight monsters and stuff, to damage them and put them down. So yes, that's it. That's it. Easy enough.
Looking for something in particular?
Nothing super in particular. On the cheaper side, if anything.
Something that causes narcolepsy.
Cheaper, huh?
Yep.
Everybody wants the cheaper. I'll tell you, you can get the cheaper poison, but it comes at the cost of quality. It just doesn't do as much, You gotta get the rare stuff for that kick.
Luxury poison.
We'll see if this stuff is okay, and if it's not good enough, then I'll come back and buy some stronger stuff.
Cyrus, remind me to try to ask Yav to go help you find stuff in the wild. I probably can.
Well, we got different stuff here. The drow poison. Drow poison's a classic. It can just knock whoever you hit with it right out. They pass out. They fall on the ground. Guess what? They can't do nothing. You gotta, hit them with it. You gotta cut them with it. We got some Might Blight. We got some Red Tears. We got what else we got here?
So, 1 second, time out on that. You said to cut them with them, so definitely my gauntlets won't do that, right? So I'll need to. What can I use on my gauntlets? Does it have to be the contact poison then?
Your what? Oh, gauntlet.
Let's see. I would imagine that. 1 second here. Let's pull up some rules.
I assumed I could
Just
use
tape
the.
some razor blades onto the.
Yeah, I assumed I could use the drow poison on my gauntlets, and that would be fine. But just as soon as you said that, I was like, wait a minute, maybe I'm wrong.
Contact poisons can be used as injury poisons. Injury poisons can be dealt with weapons coated in the poison.
Yeah.
It's not specifically slashing or piercing weapons, just weapons in general.
Okay, so the drow poison would work on my gauntlets then.
Are your gauntlets classified as a weapon?
Yes, gauntlets are weapons.
Okay.
Gauntlets are weapons.
Okay.
The real problem, though, is you want to make sure not to forget you put it on there and then shake hands with somebody.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
or leave it somewhere where y'all can start eating it.
Or just like be walking around and then sneeze suddenly.
Also,
Yeah.
you're really gonna want to like dial back on fist bumping people.
No, we dial that up. Especially if I just get the dro poison, then I'll just knock you people out for a while. So
I
it's
mean,
like, oops,
that
my bag.
that would be a hysterical thing to just walk around doing the random NPCs.
Fist bump,
Hey,
fist
fist
bump,
bump.
fall down. Fist bump, fall down.
Hey, have you heard of that epic fist bump, dude? His
Yeah.
fist bumps are so intense, you just pass out. Sorry.
Are you really?
A little?
A little bit. Yeah, I mean, dro poison sounds the best so far. Of course. Look at me standing right.
That's some quality lizard folk poison right there.
Yep, quality lizard folk poison sounds great.
This is his list of cheaper poisons.
All right, some good ones there.
Ask him what his best one is, just for shits and giggles. The most poisonous poison. That poison.
Yeah, I'll say for a later date. What's the most expensive poison you have, or the best? I'll say the actual best poison that you suggest.
Best one I have, or the best one I could make?
Actually, both. I'll say best one you have right now and best one you can make. Two good questions.
Sorry, there's conversations going on around me.
Oh, you're fine.
So the
No, what? How dare you have a life outside this game?
Yeah.
I don't though. I don't. It's not me.
Likely story.
It's not me. Let's see. What's a fun here? Here we go.
I don't see the red tears.
So the best one that he could make with the right ingredients would be wyvern poison.
Wyvern poison.
It's pricey though.
Is it poison for wyverns or from wyverns?
Based off wyverns, it is 1d4 con damage once a round for 6 rounds and requires 2 saves.
That's pretty brutal.
As for what he's got on hand, here we go. Just for what he has on hand, he has 2 doses left from a batch he made for somebody else of jackal-root essence. Jackal-root essence is the effect of uncontrollable laughter for once per round for up to 6 rounds.
You've got Joker venom?
Joker venom, yeah.
Wow.
I thought that was
like
scary.
that.
Oh, yeah, wait, no.
Jackal-root essence after up to 6 rounds, so that's nice.
In case you couldn't guess, some guy wanted it for a party. It is debilitating, though.
I imagine it's probably like dispel hideous laughter, but in poison form.
In poison farm, yep. Fortitude save DC 18. 2 saves to kick it.
2 saves? Oh, okay. I don't.
But at that point, you've been laughing
this-
long enough for the people to think that you thought it was funny.
These 2, like Vampire's Kiss and the Blight and the Red Tears, I don't see those. So, what are those anyway? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong list.
Alright, get back to my spot here. Red Tears. Red Tears costs 50 gold per dose. It deals 1d6 points of damage. It's just damage. Creatures who are immune to bleed are immune to it. And it lasts for up to 10 rounds, but is cured after a single save.
Okay.
Actually, let me get you the... thing for this. The next one, Might Blight, is only a Fortitude save DC 13. It takes a round for it to set, and then once a round for 4 rounds, it deals 1 strength damage. It requires 2 consecutive saves to kick. So it's a good weakening poison.
Tell me you're an asshole without telling me you're an asshole.
Keep it in. Yeah, pretty much. Now, Vampire's Kiss is 75 gold. It deals 1d2 con damage as its initial effect, and then it increases bleed damage from non-poison sources by 1 for a minute. Its frequency is once a round for 2 rounds, and it is cured with 1 save, so it could do potentially a total of 2d2 con damage. Oh, and the small centipede poison.
And that's 75 gold, you said?
Yeah, that one's 75 gold.
Okay.
The small centipede poison is 90 gold. It is a DC 11 Fortitude save to kick. It is cured with a single save, but it does 1 dex damage around for 4 rounds. And while you consider your purchasing option,
Yeah, you can go to somebody else.
we are going to roll back over to Altisha and Yav.
Hello. We were arguing with the artificer.
Well,
Yes, indeed.
someone was it wasn't Yav.
It's a little bit of competition.
Yav really just thinks that you guys are just like really like. Anyway, yeah.
Rocket boots. This is just stage 1 of my plan.
So, anyways, Boots MacGyver, or whatever your name is.
I like it.
The long and short of it is, I'm new in town, seeking allies, probably gonna look to make some moves, and I want to do it with the smartest people, and so that means fellow artificers, which, from my understanding, you may be, based on your most glorious boots. I bet you those boots are made for more than walking.
Well, I just showed you that they do more than walking.
Yeah, but I bet you they do even more than that. I'm wink, nudge, nudge.
Say no more.
Is it do you need eye drops?
No, it's okay.
I think I have some somewhere. Oh, you could use my eye rinse. I got a sink over here I set up to wash your face in, because no reason.
Oh, that's nice. You want to wash my face? That sounds like a nice thing that normal people do.
He walks over to it, turns it on, and sticks his face in it. See, this is how it works.
Yeah, no, I understood how a face wash worked before it being demonstrated. It's kind of in the name. I'm not exactly
Can you all try it?
I'm used to having to explain things.
Well, all right.
Okay, but can you all try it?
So,
Yes.
okay, here's where I'm at. Long story short, I witnessed a lich get reborn, And
While
it's
this
gonna
is going
take-
on, Yob just shoves their face in the fucking face washer and like just sticks it there and like starts like just eating the water like a dog.
And it's gonna take over the world. So me and my friends are gonna try and stop it, and we're gonna need allies along the way. So we're here in the city to find allies. I really think that my people should be part of those allies. The smart people, the people who make things. And maybe, out of curiosity, why do you not live in the city? Why do none of you live in the city?
It's a law.
It's a law.
Well, it's
to
not that we
have-
don't live in the city, it's that we don't work in the city.
Oh, so it's just you can't have nice things in the city.
There were too many explosions.
Not
Not mine,
I was
but
gonna So what you're saying is there's a certain level of incompetence. All right, I understand.
some experiments are intended to explode.
Fair enough. So, anyways, is there any kind of like an organization of you folks, or a conclave, or a tribunal, or a council, or
a guild,
a guild,
union.
I really hope not a clan, but if a clan potentially.
Nope.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Every 5 or 10 years, we try to put one together, but we can never get past deciding the initial rules.
Okay. So. All right. And if there were, let's say, just like hypothetically, someone managed to get one together, would that organization have political sway in the capital?
I have no idea. I guess it would depend on whether or not it was able to accumulate political power that it could then use.
Well,
I mean, it's not like you can just like build a rock and it gives you political power. It's not how. It's a political power is like a people thing, not a machine thing. I don't do people things, so.
okay. All right. No, I've got this. I've got this.
So he actually pauses for a second, and his eyes like super focus on Yav, just like intensely staring for a good 30 seconds.
Yes. Can y'all help you?
Void creature, I have a shower in the corner you can use.
Oh, yo, yes. I'll teach my buddy. Y'all is getting offerings.
As long as it's water that comes out of that shower, go nuts.
What?
It can be water, yeah. Would you like water?
Yes, y'all likes water. Y'all has to
Okay.
maintain their mucus membrane.
He ducks around a corner and you hear some loud pounding. All right. He comes back around. It's set for water now.
Okay, Yav is actually very interested to know what exactly else it is, but Yav is gonna just take the water and run with it. Yav just like climbs.
I have a few things that I have it set up to do.
I have awful suspicions. Anyways, so, if there were to be a kind of artificers guild set up, do you got a list of names of people I could get information from or anything like that?
Oh yeah. No, not at all.
No, you don't know. You don't know anyone else. You don't know anyone else who does this job. You just.
I mean, I see them, but I don't really care who they are.
Wow, you are so full of yourself. Okay.
I do things. I do things, not people.
That's a different profession.
All right. Yeah, that's totally fair. I can respect that. Okay. Well, if there were to be a sort of artificers guild, what would you think the rules should be?
Oh, I got a thing for that. Hold on. he goes back into the back room again and comes out a couple of minutes later with like an actual crate filled with papers.
Oh, good.
And he
Organized.
sets it down. Yeah, so these are what I think the rules should be.
Now, out of curiosity, do many other people have quite so many ideas?
Well, I mean, this is like I said. Every time we sit down every 5 or 10 years and try to, we can't get past what our initial rules should be. And I've got these, which are very good rules that would assist everybody if they were followed. And of course, everybody else has the things that they want. But it's just really hard because we can't agree on rules.
Okay, well, hypothetically speaking, if we laid out a nice set of rules, a pretty good set of rules, and my friend Yav here convinced all the other artificers to agree to them, would you go along with it?
If I agreed with all of the rules and it had all the rules I wanted in it, sure.
Okay, what are the most outlandish things that you want? Don't tell me the basic stuff. Tell me the real crazy shit.
I think they're all very reasonable.
I didn't say reasonable. I said crazy shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do any like crazy rules. I'd just do reasonable rules. These are all very reasonable.
Nothing that's gonna like turn people's eyes into jelly as it melts onto the street or anything like that.
No, that would be crazy. No.
Alright. Altisha will start leafing through documents, looking idly.
Yeah. So his documents include required very specific greetings, methods of interactions, how to address one another at different phases and stages depending on what step in your development process you are in any particular project. Like it's very much I don't know how to people, so I need a guideline for how to interact with every single person rule set.
Wow.
No, hold on. So it's an intelligence-based society.
I mean, that's this guy's rule set.
Not.
That's not what everybody had. That's just his.
Not
Okay.
a lot of interpersonal skills, huh?
Okay.
Not for him.
Mm-hmm.
So. Alright. So, I think what I would like to do, Yav,
Yes.
if you could, I would like you to gather some information from the other places that do this sort of work.
You want to send Yav out by Yav's self.
I want Yav to ask simple questions, not about the work, just about the kind of life that people would like to live. And we're going to report back to me, and we're going to draft up one sick-ass, absolutely rock-solid set of rules, and we're going to start an Artificers Guild, and we're going to use it to leverage power in the city. Good plan, Yav?
Yav does like power over others. It's very funny.
Oh, if you want to start a guild by yourself, yeah, there's a lot of paperwork with that.
I am excellent at paperwork.
How long have you been living in the city?
2
Never,
hours.
But I am the master artificer of Svelte.
Okay, so you should be able to file your paperwork for the creation of a new guild in roughly 3 years.
That is heavily disappointing. What would be the process for expediting such a task?
Moving to town 3 years ago.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you could. I heard somebody's somebody new's in charge. You could ask them.
Oh yeah, the new general. Absolutely, to ratify my guild.
Oh, is that his name, General? That's a weird name.
It's a title. It's a title. It's a working title.
His last name is Mills.
You'd think if he was going to be in charge of everything, he'd do better than a working title. But I guess I know how projects go sometimes. But
Well,
still, you think he did finish that off before he...
I suppose eventually he'll be, if his plans go correctly, eventually he'll be king instead, but...
That does make sense.
Yeah, that checks out, right?
Yeah.
I thought that was
checks out.
smart. Okay, well... Alright, well... So you don't really know much about the political politics of the town, do you?
No.
Have you spoken to anyone who wasn't a customer in the last month?
Have I spoken to anyone in the last month?
Okay.
Yes, I did. I bought food.
Oh, you bought food. Excellent.
I bought food, yeah.
You haven't had a customer in a month.
I don't really keep track.
Well, out of curiosity, while I was in the city, would I perchance be able to borrow a little bit of workspace here, potentially for some small donation if needed?
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's super reasonable. Thank you for being so understanding of an artificer traveling in need. What if I need to invent something brilliant to impress the nobility?
Well, I would strongly suggest you go and requisition workspace, pay your fees and your licensing, and then you will have a building to work in that won't result in either of us getting in trouble.
Wow, Yav, eat 'em. I'm joking.
Okay, you're always
I'm
getting
jo-
mixed signals.
I'm joking, Yav. That was really funny, though.
Not to him, it's not.
Oh, that was good. That was good. Okay, so you're unwilling to be helpful, but I will continue to return and verbally bludgeon you into being my unwitting ally. Enjoy your future, NPC.
I thought I was quite helpful.
I was
All right.
so confused. Was that a friendly or hostile interaction?
I'm not really sure. I don't love the fact that I have to fill out forms, but I suppose I am proficient at it. Next, I would like to go...
More of the problem is you having to live here for 3 years, but yeah, sure, move with forms.
That's to build a guild. If I need an artificery, I still just need space. But I suppose we could go to the requisition office.
Requisition office. Okay. We are going to put a pin on it there. Roll back over to Bernard and Orin.
Okay.
Ah, good. We're back to us.
Have they rolled any better since I last checked?
When did you last check?
I don't know. Like your was it your knowledge local rolls like a while ago?
Well, let's see here. My last roll was a 12 and his was a 16. So
A little better.
well, I'll go up to Renard and go, "Sir, apparently there's a lot of craftsmen who have been disappearing both before and after the change of management. Grant, the before I can understand that they would want to seek out craftsmen for building materials for the war effort, but afterwards, that I must admit that I do think that there is something strange going on. What did you find out?"
The general has been flashing quite a bit of money that, well, he didn't have before. And that most people think that there might be an outside supplier.
So that would be a conflict of interest if there was a foreign power pulling the strings.
conflict, no, but a great big scandal, yes.
And if we were to gather enough evidence to expose this, that might force him to, well, it could drive him to do a couple of different things. One, it could force him out of power if enough nobles were to get wind of it and rise up, or it could cause him to crack down with an iron fist. Because right now, he holds all the power.
Well, here's the other thing. He only started making more overt moves a few months ago. What happened a few months ago should be very obvious.
Well, that was the coup.
No, not the coup. No, before that.
The plague. I really don't.
Yeah,
The
the plague.
It's possible that they could be connected, but I don't think we have enough evidence to make any such accusation.
No, I also... It's mere speculation, because we don't know much about the Lich. It would have been... Well...
It
could have been him.
I really don't know if we're going to be able to gather the information that we need here. We may need to seek either the underground resistance or maybe some of the criminal elements that operate here. They may know more. That sort of thing is, of course, more of Cyrus's purview. I wonder if he's had any better luck.
I do hope that he has, for we may have exhausted most of the, well, sources of information in this area. However, unfortunately, if I were to go into the slums, I would stand out like a sore thumb.
Well, I mean, we can always mess you up a bit. Although I don't know how good you're at acting. Although, granted, from what I have seen,
Careful how you choose your words, Orin. No, I will have to, if we need to descend, such as it were, I will probably have to call on an old friend. But that is if we decide to descend.
Well, I don't know about you, but I think I could use an alien around here. I'm not gonna find that.
Unfortunately, no.
I think I've about had my fill of wine. It's, don't quite understand the lore.
It is the civilized drink, although my father prefers the whiskies.
A good whiskey is good, yes. Should get.
For me, I do prefer a good glass of wine, although I have been known to drink some of the more esoteric drinks that are provided.
Well, we've been wandering around for a few hours. Perhaps we should get back to the inn and wait for everyone else.
Yes, that would probably be good.
Alright, so you're headed back to the inn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. You make your way back without problem and wait for the return of the rest of the party.
Yep.
That will bump us to Cyrus.
Okay, I will buy 2 of the red tiers. 2 of those
Okay.
for 100 gold. Alright, and then I will ask the shop owner there basically how long he's been here. Has he moved around a lot? Basically, just general chit chat questions, real quick.
Yeah. No, this is his home. It's been his home. It's a home he's lived in his whole life. He inherited it from his parents, who did the same type of work.
So you've been here with the changes of the guards. I assume, with all this going on. What's your feel about that? How's it going? How's life out here next to all this turmoil?
Yeah, give me a diplomacy for that.
Look at that, on fire.
Nice.
Hey! Yo, we ballin'. Isn't that right, Chili? We're ballin'.
Ballin'.
Son came out of his box.
He looks at you appraisingly and then glances past you.
Hello.
Well, so can't really fault the general for what he did. Like, I get it, and like it's not like he came through and murdered everybody here trying to do what he was doing. So like, we didn't have a bloodbath in the streets like we might have somebody else come after the king. And he's not really like interfering with businesses or anything. I still get my customers, people still going in and out. Honestly, it's not really been a bad change.
Oh, okay.
Like, there's like, I mean, everybody knows the old king was a dick. Like, if he decided he'd want to go on a bender, he'd go on a bender wherever he wanted.
Well, I lived in this small town way south here, so I don't know anything about this place. So that's
some nights he would come stumbling down from his castle with a bunch of his guards and just go into any shop or tavern or whatever he wanted, and sometimes he'd smash stuff up if he wanted to. Sometimes he'd buy everybody drinks or buy all the shit the guy had in the shop, but it was just, you could never really tell if it was going to be good or bad. And I mean, it's not like it happened all the time, but it happened, if you know what I mean.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. So like, when the general came in, like, he had some special task force or something he sent up to the keep, and they just like killed everybody there and fucking got the prince, at least from what I heard.
Yeah, of course.
I can attest for sure that by the time his forces were marching up to the city gates, he already had control of the city guard.
Oh wow, that's a good execution, if anything.
There were, like the only thing I heard is that some of his some of the guards that, well, I shouldn't really call them guards. There was like a military force here, because the king always has his own little force that he splits around. You know that, right?
Yep, I got that.
Yeah, most of it was off somewhere else, but he had some of it here, and most of them were killed, but I guess some of them were chased out the gate. I don't know where they went from there, but he didn't like try to hunt them down. He just got them out of the gate and then closed the gate.
That seems pretty fair there.
Yeah.
Do you know what happened to the prince?
As far as I know, he's still in his room, like tied up or something. I don't know how they do it, but like the king died, was killed. The general's forces came in and basically took over the castle. And as far as I know, they're waiting on the general to get back to decide what to do with them.
Well, that's a lot of good information. Thanks again on there. And I definitely will be coming back here for more poisons and stuff. Like I said, I was just visiting, kind of crazy in this continent, this country right now with everything going on. So
The economy in shambles.
yeah, wondering how it would affect you and this whole shake up and everything else. But it seems like he'll be in business for a long time, and I'll be coming back for more. So there you go.
The only thing I'm not sure about is what he gonna do when he settles in, because this isn't exactly the most reputable line of work. So it's sure gonna be a shame if I have to pick up and move.
Yeah, it's true. Hopefully, if you do, I'll come by. Hopefully soon enough to get where your next location will be. But,
Yeah,
all
do
right.
that.
All right, thank you. I will leave,
Love it.
All right.
and I will head back, I guess.
Oh Lord, he's still going.
All right. You head back. Get back through the gate.
Yep.
That will bring us back to Yav and Altisha.
Just popping into the requisitions office before we head back to the inn.
All right. The requisition office is not too far from the castle. It is still processing people as they come and go. It's quite busy, actually, because a lot of people are apparently taking advantage of the recent chaos.
Heard.
So, what would you like to do at the requisition office?
I would like to request certification for as an artificer and requisite space for an artificery, and at least get that all started.
All right. So the nice thing is that because there's no Artificers Guild, yeah, you can just say you're an artificer.
Cool. Certified.
Yeah, 2 gold for the document, and they give you a stamped piece of paper. They keep another copy, and they tell you if you need a replacement for it for some reason, it'll be another 2 gold. As far as space, there are a number of buildings out there, and in the west gate area on the other side of the wall, you can rent shop space for at normal rates.
Sorry, is that a page I can look at on the SRD, or is that...
Yeah, it should be somewhere. Let's see. Estimation is 4 to 6 gold a day to rent a location. And yeah, no, I didn't find a page. I had to find an estimation. There's probably more detail in the kingdom building guide, actually.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just looking at the SRD and seeing if I see anything.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, guys.
How dare?
No.
No, actually, fucked up behavior.
Yeah, that is unacceptable. Yawning
Now
is
there's
not
dungeon.
allowed.
Especially at 10:42 at night.
The biddings will continue until you wake up.
Mhm.
The nice part about that is it usually doesn't take long.
The beating shall continue until morale improves.
Morale never improves.
Well, I mean, it's better than what commissars do in the 40K.
Yeah, so offhand, off what I can find, we're going to estimate it's 300 gold a month, but we'll circle back with some refinement later.
Okay, I will requisite an artificery for the 300 gold, and yeah, I'll mark that down.
You're reminded to inform them when you are going to terminate your stay, otherwise you will continue to accrue charges, and you will be responsible for paying the amount.
Oh, gross bills.
Yeah, bills.
Thank you so much, and away we go. Back to the tavern.
All right. So everybody's now returned back to the tavern. You may now all interact.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hi everybody, how's everyone's day? Good, productive, I hope.
Great. I took Orin to a very decent wine shop, and he didn't embarrass himself.
Oh, that's lovely. Did you find anything out?
Yes. Well, we might know where the prince is. And also, the general may be working with the Lich.
Okay, that's like
that,
way more information than we got.
that is perhaps an exaggeration. We learned that someone has been backing the general financially.
Okay, alright. Anything else?
I mean, like, the Lich didn't even, like, wake up until, like, recently, right? So we can just, like, ask when he started doing weird shit and track it, right?
Well, according to what we learned, it happened a few months. Started like about 6 months. Started rusting it.
That's before the Lich woke up.
So I mean, whoever the organization that woke up the Lich, the one who has been responsible for spreading the plague, could have been the one backing up the general. But
I don't know. So far, the general's been on the up and up, from what I hear throughout town. It's actually one of the merchants was telling me about how the king would go into drunken rages or whatever you want to call it, and go through town and either break in the shops and tear up a whole bunch of crap or buy a round of beer. You just never knew. He actually snuffed most religions too, so there's only like a placard in the street for insert religion here. But the general has
I've never heard of that one.
yeah, and the general also, once he took over the town, anybody who's had any, I'd say rebels or, anybody who's not willing with the king, they've been shipped off outside of the city to the fairgrounds there, to the fair, number 8. And they're being kept under guard over there. I hear the prince, of course, is still alive, waiting till the general come back. Perfect plan execution on taking the city. Before the general even rolled into town, it was already captured, basically. And everybody that needed to be killed was killed. And as soon as people who was trying to flee the city, they actually didn't go after them. They just let them go and close the gates. So it's very interesting. And the conference hasn't been really impeded with the locals, like merchants and stuff. So far,
Something else,
kinda-
something else that we learned that was interesting. A lot of crafters have been disappearing. Now, during wartime, I can understand that to an extent that you would need them to make material. But right now, we are in a period of peace.
we are in wartime. What are you talking about?
Well, the capital has been taken over. So,
Yeah, but the general and everybody else will still need weapons and armor to facilitate. Where do you think they're going to get this stuff from?
it seems strange that, well, considering what else we learned, there may be something else at foot.
Maybe.
But at present, we don't have sufficient information to really form any concrete conclusions.
No.
What about you, Tisha and Yav? What?
Well, I sought out a local artificers guild, hoping that I could find some of my kinfolk to rally with and gain some influence in the city, and there isn't
really
one.
Angry to Paymaker.
And there isn't one. So and apparently the process to start a guild can take up to 3 years.
No.
So instead, I requisitioned my own artificery and became a certified artificer here. So
It was not hard.
it was not hard.
Well, can you start your guild technically outside the city, like in the shanty towns, and be a guild outside? Because technically you're not part of the city, you're part of the outside.
Potentially. But anyways, hearing that there's craftsmen going missing, that actually raises a pretty good avenue for this. Orin, you're a pretty good craftsman, aren't you?
Aye.
And I'm a pretty good craftsman, so I'm told. So what if we together set up a pretty fantastic crafting shop and made some absolutely incredible Magitech firearms through our combined glory, and made a little name for ourselves, and maybe those dark forces that move in the night of the city come for us while we wait.
I'm good at crafting as well.
Are you really?
No.
Oh.
I could be the shop yeah, that person. The greeter. Welcome to the show.
Your plan has merit, Tisha. We're also still waiting to hear back from the runner.
Birdman could be the mascot.
I really don't think Vincent would find that very appreciative or ingratiating.
Well, someone could be the mascot, and then, like I said, I could be...
it's more along the lines that y'all thinks it's funny, so...
I was just thinking, if you own a shop and you have a couple people in there, if someone tries to jump either one of you, the more people we have there, the better. So
I say we call our shop Fine Dwarven Crafts.
Straight from Orzammar?
From Orzammar. No, but for real, do you wanna do this, Brett? You wanna make ourselves famous craftsmen so that we get attracted attention of the dark forces?
I suppose it's... Well, that's... What does, shit, what... Why the fuck did I just have a brain fart and forget your fucking name? No, Renard, what do you think of these?
Well, frankly, I think what we discussed earlier may yield a bit more information. However, the fact that...
That's not to say we can't do both.
That's true.
And plus, you still have to wait for your royal audience if you should get one. So, like... Yeah, And-
Well, we know
Oh, wait.
the general is out of town. The guards did say that, so no, we have no idea when he shall return.
Well, Cyrus, do you manage to make contact with the Resistance?
Negative, of course. I
Okay.
mean, it's not as easy as just, hey, where's the resistance at? I can tell you more than likely the resistance is, at least part of them is in the fair, being guarded, of course. But I did not go over there because, yeah, might not be a good idea to just one person go in there by themselves.
All right. So,
Yeah.
so for now we play the waiting game. Wait for the runner. Me and Orin set up our shop together, and
I guess discreetly put out feelers that were looking to make contact with the underground.
yeah.
Good.
And
I do agree with why am I having such a brain fart right now?
Do we even know if there is an underground?
It was stand to reason that, considering we were told to report here, that they would want as many people here to probably try and take back the city. There are going to be others of our ilk who are loyal to, who will be coming here as well. So,
But yeah, how to contact them when we have no
Oh,
message was
wait.
given or anything
no,
else.
hold on. We still have the message device.
wasn't it just a one-way thing?
No,
Is
it's a radio. It goes both ways.
Oh, let's do
Can
it.
we keep that?
So-
Is that, like,
As a reminder, the message device can be used twice before it is run out of messaging power and has to be recharged to the main apparatus. It can be used either to receive a message or to send a message. You have received one message.
Okay. So
So
we
you're
extend
saying
one
that-
charge.
You're saying it only will be activated one more time and then it's done.
So I say we send out a message. Orin, we gotta name our shop real quick, and we just send out the message. It's the name of our new shop.
You also know that the message will be received by the
Everybody.
central device that was at the camp you were at.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about ready to say we have no idea whether or not it has been compromised.
It definitely has been compromised.
I
Night, love you.
was gonna say I could use linguistics
Sure.
to encode it, but then there's no promise that it would get where it needed to be anyways. So
I like the whole plan of starting a shop and have you both, be that way, and then I can ask Orin later on, how do you feel about being like fate? And then he can tell me this. Oh wait,
yeah,
sorry.
and then plus Renard, Cyrus, and Yav can take turns branching out in the city, gathering more information, trying to make new contacts.
Yav is still just impressed that you actually will allow Yav to go out and do things by Yav's self.
It was
Yav is not complaining. Yav is
Oh.
just
that.
not used to it at this point.
And also, worth noting, we should probably just pool together and buy a house instead of living in this inn forever.
Oh, yes, I agree.
I was not ready to ask whether or not how much capital we are going to need to set up a shop.
I've already
Yeah.
paid the first month's rent, so just whatever craftsman tools you need now.
Well, I have a lot of tools with me already, part of my kit, but for more delicate work, I probably need to buy more tools.
Well, we can certainly buy more tools. We're in a city now. The shop is slightly outside town, seeing as there will be magics.
But yeah, definitely trying to find a way to create more contacts within the city would be very beneficial.
Yeah.
Have Renat work in Civil Grove, or have
I feel like we have Renard work in high society, and then we have Cyrus work sort of like
Southtown. And
not necessarily Southtown, but Cyrus can work kind of a mix of like middle class areas and lower class areas. He's well mannered enough, and he's got the temple background and everything, so he's used to dealing with the poor. And then Yav, I figure, either stays at the shop for protecting us purposes in case we get kidnapped, or is just in the immediate area around the shop advertising.
And when we're not looking, I can always check out the Brewers Gate and the Merchant Hall.
Yeah. We'll probably send one of the others with some of our goods to the merchant's area occasionally as well, with some of our goods. But let the people do that. We're the stuff people.
All right. Well, while you're talking at the tavern, the tavern keeper walks over and bows in front of Renaud and hands him an envelope.
Well, that was fast.
Oh, well, thank you, my good man. Does anyone have something for a tip?
Altisha will flick a gold coin over.
Damn. High spender.
It's a royal summons.
Yeah.
The tip is gratefully accepted. The summons does have the seal of the royal family on it, such as it were. And the seal appears to be intact.
I'm going to break the seal and read my mail.
You
Right,
have
want
mail.
this out loud or sent to you?
Both.
Well, you can pick one or the other, because I'm not doing it.
Yeah, out loud and then post it in chat so that we can read it.
Yeah, no, it's either one or the other. Either
Alright,
I'm going to type it out or I'm not.
out loud, somebody take detailed notes.
So the note welcomes you to town, notes that it has been quite a while since you've been there, and informs you that the general is not expected to return for another 5 days, at which point you will receive another note should the general decide to invite you to meet with him or open court.
I see. So the gist of it is sit and wait.
Mm-hmm.
Got 5 days.
You know, there is something that I am kind of curious about.
Yeah, well,
No.
Why is the plague not here?
What?
The plague has been striking all across the country. But why, but not here? There is no evidence of a plague within the city.
You do realize that the reason why we had a plague in Svelte was because of the Lich.
It was because of the Lich's followers.
Right.
But why would they spare this place?
Got a point. I don't know what cities have had the plague, but
A city as large as this, with as many people who come and go, you would think that it would be a good target to easily sneak in their followers. Especially since they are using those coins to hide themselves.
But if what you're saying is true about being backed and everything, if you start a plague in different towns and make the king send out troops to other cities far away, it makes it easier to take the cap. So,
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
Aye, that does make a lot of sense. Perhaps that leads more credence to Renaud's idea about the general being backed by the cult.
Just throwing this out there, but the messenger guy that's still standing here listening to our whole conversation is gonna have so much to say to his boss.
I don't.
Nice.
I assume they left. I don't think they're still here.
After
That'd be
he got-
really funny, but yeah,
Yeah, he got
they
the
took
tip
the money.
and left, yeah.
Nice try, Sylvia.
However, the other people in the tavern with you.
All right, initiative, Toad.
Right?
You're supposed to keep a low profile. I am. Everybody's dead in this end, so it's low profile, right?
Oh my god, please no.
And
There-
then tell everyone else.
There will be no one to notice if there's no one to notice.
That's right.
It was a stealth mission, so we killed everyone.
Eh.
Well, so I
Except
think
we have no proof about any of this, but
not yet, but
there's some
certainly
ideas.
I indeed. So I guess so. We set up our shop, do some scouting, and wait.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Sounds like we got 5 days till
Oh, by the way,
Bernard gets an audience.
Tisha, have you noticed anything strange appearing on you?
Say again, sorry?
Have you noticed anything strange reappearing on you?
You know, as a matter of fact, I did at one point reacquire my sword. I'll check to see if it's there again or not.
Oh yeah, it's there.
Oh yeah, it's back.
I did too. Although I have hidden it away within my bandolier, so it's out of sight. Your sword though
Yeah.
is going to be a bit hard to hide.
Yeah, honestly, I just kind of walk around like I'm supposed to have it, and if anyone asks me for it, I give it to them because, well, it comes back.
Do we have an idea of the length of time between it being confiscated and it reappearing yet?
A couple of hours,
Okay.
maybe 3 or 4.
So, anywho, are we all good with the plan?
I
I'm
think
all
so.
about it.
We don't have a better plan right now, so yeah.
All right. So we spend the night at the inn, and in the morning we start setting up shop, quite literally.
We gonna make some
Alright.
money.
Who wants to be? So there's gonna be an AM and a PM shopkeeper. So one of them's gonna be. So our shopkeeper options are going to be Cyrus and Renard, and Yav is just always going to be around. So who wants to be AM and who wants to be PM?
Yaw demands a bucket. Or a barrel.
I do my best work after a full morning's rest.
So in the evening,
I guess, yeah, for me, I guess.
yeah, Cyrus will work the morning shift working the counter, and Renard will work the evening shift. All right, can we roll some crafting checks for fun?
Well, let's get through the night first.
Yeah, getting a little ahead of ourselves.
I'm sorry.
A little bit. So y'all take to your rooms. It's very fine.
Excuse you, the bathroom.
The tub.
Yep.
Oh, you wanted dank water?
No, that was a joke. Yava's going to live in the lap of luxury tonight.
Alright.
Always wanted to see what mineral water does to my mucus.
Well, it is the finest water. And so the beds in here are perhaps the finest quality any of you have ever slept on, including our local noble.
Hey, listen. The Delambres don't exactly have, money for 1,000 count thread beats.
Really? I mean, how much? I mean, the mattress itself is probably made of like down feather or something.
Nope.
Is that
I'm not going to tell you what it's made of, but it's not.
I mean, it's not like they have memory foam.
Obviously, it's Phoenix down with unicorn tuft lining.
Interesting note: you can buy glasses of unicorn water.
Unicorn water?
Yeah. It's so this is like a weird noble thing, but they get like this big tub of water, and they have the unicorn stand in it and purify it, and then they sell it.
All right, so they drink e-girl bathwater here. Gotcha.
It's very expensive.
Purify. Sure.
The best, cleanest water in the land.
I'm kind of curious what rate of infection is amongst those who drink that.
None. It's actually quite pure.
It just makes people a little horny.
There's a subscription service for that.
God.
Anyways, yeah, so it is just like almost painfully indulgent. And this is the best night of sleep any of you have ever had. Just everything is perfect. The temperature, the level of control you have over the lighting, the beds, the blankets, it's a taste of the noble life.
It's arranged in such a way that I can have my left foot be warm and my right foot be cold.
You can arrange it in such a way to have part of your foot be warm and the other part cold.
That's amazing.
Yeah, the servants are happy to run in and out and do whatever you need in order to be comfortable. And you wake up in the morning just like ridiculously refreshed.
Is my
Nice.
armor freshly polished?
You know, that's between you and God.
So, between Sylvia and you.
No, don't put it that way. Someone's getting smited today.
Don't you mean smitten?
Smoke.
No, that ship has already sailed. Okay, yeah, so morning comes, and what are you setting out to do first?
Well, I suppose we'll need to gather up some basic workshop supplies.
Starting a business is expensive.
It is. Let's see how much money I have left.
I mean, I haven't.
Stuff this time, so.
I have about 800 gold left.
I mean, I haven't spent any since we got here, except for what the portion of the room was, which really wasn't that much. How much was that again? Let me deduct that.
30. It was 32 gold.
Yeah, but for all of us, or
It was because we got one night each. We got 6
Yep.
nights. And it
oh,
was,
okay, 32 gold. Okay, yeah.
Carrying all my stuff.
But anywho, so let me go into Hero Labs and look at some stuff.
Sorry.
Well, I'll spend a little bit of time and just look at what other blacksmith shops look like. I guess. Yeah. I'll just look at their design and we'll do the exact same thing. That sounds great, right? Yeah.
I mean, I still have over 1,000 gold, so
All right, so
A portable artificer's lab is 300 gold. So, to set up a permanent one or a semi-permanent one would be...
Well, a regular alchemist's lab is 200 gold. And it's specifically for the tools you need to craft alchemy. That's the non-portable kind. Because it doesn't all have to be miniaturized. It's a little cheaper.
Yeah.
That's for alchemy specifically, which means lots of test tubes and vials and cooking things. You're going to need something similar, probably about the same price overall for blacksmithing. And for artificing, it's definitely going to be more expensive because it's a combination of alchemy and like magical crafting components. So probably more like 400.
Okay, so
you can get your lab set up.
I'm gonna go with 400 for my part of the lab. I don't know, whatever gunsmithing stuff Orin needs.
200 for the blacksmith stuff. Seems about right.
Okay.
Mostly you're using bulk metals for things, and you can set up or you will want to eventually set up a regular supplier for some of the components and stuff you need to keep your fires stoked and working.
Oh, yeah.
The blacksmiths shops in the area are quite interesting. They range from very plain, straightforward tools, some of low quality if you are hitting the shops on the other side of the wall.
Yep.
Some incredibly fine and well-made masterwork quality, sometimes even unusual materials, clearly designed for use with noble houses and nobility. And the ones that make the particularly nice things also have plaques on their wall listing the various noble families that are their patrons.
So we could start our own plaque and put somebody already, even though they won't know. But hey, we can start with one noble up there.
Someone whose initials are RL.
Yes.
RDL, please.
Well,
RDL.
D is like the. So it's Renard the Lombre. So really,
I can't
it's
believe you're telling this man his own last name.
If he wants to put a D in there, then we can put a D in there.
All
for
right.
the plaque. So
but yeah, I mean, yeah, having Renard be like our patron, yeah, I can see that.
Do you want that, Renard? Do you want the big D in there?
No, it's a little D.
Oh, really?
I'm sorry, it was right there.
No, did you not hear Ironbright burn himself?
well. Alright,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah. So apparently he likes to have the D be right down the middle.
All right, so you spend. You're going to spend a couple of days getting all the materials you need for your labs.
Okay.
It's going to take a lot longer because you also have to have it transported, and it's going to take a bit. So.
Yeah, we're going to need like wagons and stuff like that. Then we're also going to need to look for housing.
Man, this plan's not really weird.
So do we need anything else to start up? I mean, should we have some weapons and armor before we? I mean, I know we didn't make it, but still something in the shop.
I mean, there's no weapons permitted, so I don't think we can make weapons.
Well, how are we gonna?
We can make. I mean, as a blacksmith, there's other things I can make. So there are.
The other blacksmiths, they have weapons for sale, right? Or no? Is it
Not at the moment.
Okay, all right.
They are selling. They can still sell armor and they can sell tools. but not weapons, and not and not tools that can very easily be used as weapons.
Got it.
Alright. Well, I can craft things that are not conventional through my Magitech. So I would like to invent a totally new product based on the result of my roll.
Here's something that's interesting. Apparently, profession blacksmith is not an option.
It's a craft skill.
You didn't have crafting or profession?
Oh, I have craft firearms.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna use.
Okay, so the craft skill is for making a specific thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to craft a sword or you want to craft a hammer.
Right.
Profession is for running a business around a particular thing.
Right, and that's what we're doing.
You can also use craft to practice a trade.
That's in the Unchained rules.
It's just on the regular page for the craft skill in the SRD. Yeah, Unchained crafting is a different thing.
During his time, Yav is going to focus on becoming a master chef.
Right, so like with craft, you can let's get this out of here.
Yav has like a tiny functioning those play kitchens that you give to kids, except it's like an actual functioning one, and Yav just sits there and gives out food to customers as a taste testing thing.
But yeah, no, we can just make something, and I don't know.
I mean, I can always enter it in as a custom profession, so that's not an issue. Yeah, that's why there's the other profession. Other is an option, you know.
So, if your craft skill is craft alchemist's fire, that's what you're crafting, right? Crafting alchemist's fire, you're crafting smokesteak, you're doing tinder twig for alchemy, right? Or you are crafting specifically armor. Craft is a very narrow field. So if you have craft, you can't have craft metal things. You have to be craft armor, craft weapons. Very specific. Profession, meanwhile, covers
more general.
If you're crafting a bunch of different items as part of your profession, like a blacksmith would be crafting a bunch of things, or a miner, or a shepherd, or a herbalist.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, so one's more specific, one's more general.
Yep. Craft is much more narrow.
And if I don't have a profession, then I'm considered a
unskilled laborer.
Yeah, get a silver piece per day. Woo! Average.
Well, only if somebody's hired you.
I know a shop. They're desperate for help. They just opened up. I think I can get a job there.
But are they making any money to pay you with?
Yeah. We have to make money. We have our own
They'll make money.
So the first question is, as far as your shop goes, is what's going to be in it?
Well, from my end of things, would be household items. Pots, hooks, holders.
But you don't have any.
You
said you have craft firearms, so.
Well, yeah, but I could make. I can do craft blacksmith. I mean, professional blacksmith.
Do
You have that
professional
already?
ones?
No, I don't. I have to put ranks in it.
Well, then you don't got nothing. Then you're unskilled like I am. So
unless Magic will allow me to subtract a couple points from a couple skills to put a couple ranks in it right now, because it would make sense given my backstory.
You locked that in several levels ago.
All right, fine. All right.
Well, 2 levels ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Brett, remember when you would let me actually change my first class to monk after like the first
So-
session?
You can, however, retrain if you want to spend the time and money.
So,
how much is that?
I would like to attempt to use my craft magic tech skill to invent a new household commodity item to sell in the shop. I would like it to be, drumroll please, a blanket that keeps you warm by eating your bad dreams.
Excuse me.
How do you manage that?
I mean, first of all, that's such a.
I mean, I love it. I just.
I mean, it only works some of the time, though.
And it's going to be called Snug as a Bug.
That's also a terrifying concept.
That would have negative consequences on people, right?
I don't know. But I would like to attempt to invent it.
Every single time I have heard
let's
something
see.
about eating dreams, it like destroys a part of a person's soul.
Yav, may I?
I can't with me? No.
No, may I speak to you, Yav?
Well, yeah, duh.
I am attempting one of my great works. I am attempting to create something that will last beyond my years. I am attempting to craft legacy. You, my little friend,
Yes.
you, my great little creature, the great and terrible Yav, can influence the threads of fate. Do not let me fail.
Okay, how can I help?
Altisha will just nod and put you back down before going to work.
Okay, I was just gonna go make you a snack. I don't know what just happened.
I don't either.
I was telling you if I rolled a 1 to quibble me.
Oh! Oh, okay. That's very funny.
So are you going to quibble it?
No,
She
I
didn't roll a
was
1.
nowhere near a 1. I rolled.
I know, but it's still something.
He was just trying to bait me into it, I know it.
Just asking.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
So it says the retraining the skill takes 5 days. I don't see how much it costs though.
It's based on how many days it takes.
Oh, okay, so 5 days.
Yeah, that's an oversight on my part for not putting ranks in there from the get-go.
You're right back, guys.
Where's why don't you just come out and say it?
Say what now?
Nothing. Just grumbling about why it's so convoluted on how much it costs.
Oh, for the retraining? Hold on.
Yeah. Gotta look at the better site. My problem.
Unless stated otherwise, retraining costs gold equal to 10 times your level times the number of days required to retrain.
Yeah. Say that one more time. 10 times your level and gold and days. Right? Is that what you said?
All right, so
It's in Discord. Or not
I see,
Discord.
I see it. Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Well, did I invent my blanket?
All right, I'm back. What have we decided?
Yeah, so it's
I kind of feel like it's like inventing a brand new item out of scratch should take more than 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'll keep working on it.
All right. So I mean that would cost me.
200 gold.
No, it cost me 150.
200.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. I was.
It Fourth level.
I had the wrong.
5
I had the
days.
wrong multiplier. I put 3 instead of 4.
That would do it. But that will be a 6. Oh, you know what? I know how to do this. More hidden rolls.
Shit.
I love them.
Ugh.
Yes. So what I'm going to do, if this sounds acceptable to you, is set a certain number of dice necessary to complete any given new creation, depending on how horrifying and or challenging it sounds, and use that dice roll to determine how many days it will take, and then set a DC you need to hit each day to get there. And if you don't hit it on a day, you can keep working on it and try to hit it the next day.
Okay, that sounds fair.
So just kind of doing some of the stuff in the background. That will get you started. You have some ideas. You're starting to sketch out some sort of rough blueprints in your head for it, figuring out how the different parts will interact.
All right.
And it will take you a total of 7 days, based off my roll, to finish the creation of this brand new product. And then once it's finished, we can determine how expensive it's going to be, and then determine how long it'll take to craft once it's been invented.
Cool. I'm super down. What's everyone else want to do for a week? Orin, I guess, is going to learn profession.
That's you.
Is going to learn his profession blacksmith and start being a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
I told you I'm becoming a culinary master. It's gonna be great.
All right, y'all. I'm sure there's something you can do that actually does that, but the next time you level, I'll make sure it happens.
Thank you.
I
do I-
guess. I mean, Renard
It's
is
either
going.
that or learn to become a doctor. I don't know which one you guys will think is scarier. And I don't know which one I think would be funnier.
Know which one would be funnier?
I don't know. I'm asking you guys.
Well, I'm going to retrain also, so I can take a profession merchant.
Okay.
We're starting
Hey,
a little store.
Merchant sounds good. You know, it's a wisdom base on there. I'll have a pretty good score with just 1 rank in it. So
I like this. This is great.
Yeah, this is definitely not the direction I expected the party to go.
hey, I'm
Again.
a merchant now. Look at that, merchant.
We went.
Merchant.
We were military, and now we're secret military merchants.
Yes.
Like, I keep setting stuff up, and you're like, let's go this way.
Look,
All right.
look, Magic. We could
Rails?
go the
What
way
rails?
you could have us go down the nicely made railroad with its wonderful scenery on either side.
Or we
However,
could take the minecart.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna use minecart. I was gonna say or.
I'm just
We-
thinking of the minecart levels from Donkey Kong Country now.
That was exactly what I was referencing.
Hey! Same brain.
Y'all are definitely going to get me freshened up on my improv skills.
Yep, that's true. Hey guys,
Mm-hmm.
it is 11:30.
Yeah?
Oh, can we just do the 7 rolls for the shop first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Only if people aren't doing anything else during that time.
Well, I'm
I
doing.
mean,
I'm do-
I'm just doing, the the noble I don't know why I'm here type thing.
You should probably go to tea with some people. Just like
I
book random
should.
people to send. Just like tell the attendant like, go find me the handsomest lord, the gullibest lord, and the proudest lord, and invite them all for tea.
Yeah, no, Renard, you know that is not what you want to do.
That would be
Now that you have sent your card out, other noble families are being informed that you are in town, and you may begin receiving invitations to their tables or parties, or not, depending on whether or not they're interested in meeting.
There we go.
But yeah, I mean, for the next 5 days is retrain, and then after that,
Hey,
nothing
Sylvia.
really. So
Is there anything that we could retrain to since everyone else is fucking doing it? Or are we pretty? Is the character pretty solid right now?
I have a pretty good idea of what you two will be doing.
you
when you're not
could
doing
retrain
shop
your
stuff.
out to a craft cook or whatever. I think, right?
My what?
Craft. You want to be a chef, right? You could retrain
Yeah.
one of your skills to cooking.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what skill.
You would. I would probably give up UMD. It doesn't really fit you. I just gave it to you because it was good for you.
I mean, hey, why not? I think it's mine's gonna be a lot more useful in the long run. I think.
How to cook 100 people.
No, how to cook fish.
Yeah, inside eyes.
Blasphemy. Fish. You cook fish. You eat fish raw.
How to serve man.
A miserable little pile of secrets.
And 1,000 little side dishes.
There you go. You have a +6 in chef now.
Yeah.
All right, so the first day you spend setting up your shops and setting orders for everything, hunting down the things that you're going to need, finding the stuff that you need in order to do your retraining for those who are doing it. Retraining takes 8 hours a day, just like the crafting stuff takes, so you still have time each day to do stuff.
Well, I don't. It's fine.
You had what?
I was saying we all had downtime days, right? Is that part of that or something different?
You can spend those separately whenever you want.
Separate? Okay.
Those are bonus days that you can use in addition to, or instead of what you would regularly do with downtime.
Okay.
So the first day passes, and the next second day comes, and you all have time to do stuff this day if you want to do anything else other than just your retraining and waiting on shop purchases and or inventing.
We want to skip time. Skip time.
Nobody?
I'm sorry. What?
Wah, wah, wah.
Ironbite wanted to speed up time, so that's why I was saying speed it up.
No, I'm just saying that it's 11:30 and I'm
Yeah.
yeah.
But people wanted to get through, getting the crafting done, so I was just saying let's skip time and do that. So.
Oh, I don't care about crafting rolls. I just am doing it for the fucksies.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want. Well, hold on. Unless you want me to roll so I can give us even better, it could be a known thing. It's like you come and do it, and then you get free food.
Well, we have to wait for the 5 days to retrain, so.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it is currently now 4 days before the journal returns.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll get retrained right before the journal comes. So basically.
That's funny.
Do you want more crafting rolls or?
Yeah, you can give me a crafting roll for day 2.
Ooh, quibble me.
Yeah, give me a second.
That just sounds wrong.
It's okay, you don't need to click it. You can just roll it in.
I have a spell.
Much better.
All right, that is also successful. That is 2 successes so far. You'll have effectively an adventuring day worth of time left to spend today if you want to do something.
Has Renard gotten any cards?
Not yet. Likely, it will be another day or 2 before he does, as people try to figure out who the fuck he is.
Yeah,
Pardon me, delve into their family histories.
Orin, dwarves are a big clan sort of thing. You got any cousins in the city, or?
I may. What were I don't know.
You don't know?
You do. See here, magic dealer. Would I know if I have any relatives in the city?
Roll me a D100. You're looking for 80% or higher.
Yes.
You do know of a relative of yours that has been ostracized to some extent from your family and moved to the capital as a result.
Interesting.
Uncle Fester.
Oops, that's not ironic. Do I know where they reside?
Not offhand, but you could spend a day hunting them down if you would like.
Sure.
All right. Anybody else?
You know what? I'm gonna follow that same vein, and I'm gonna wonder if there's any high runes here. Not that I've
Alright.
ever.
You don't want me to roll to see if family's here.
D100.
D100. Same rules. That's a negatory, not in this town.
Fair.
Anybody else want to spend their time usefully or just spend the day at the luxurious room you have?
Well, I'm cooking at the shop, to drum up
In it.
business.
Taking my shift at the shop.
So this is in addition to what you're doing at the shop.
Oh, never mind.
This is extra time. This is
So,
our adventuring time.
8 hours per day at the shop, 8 hours adventuring, 8 hours sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's your day markup.
So I'm slowly but surely spreading the rumor of the spalt crawler. I mean, what? That isn't me.
No, you hear the rumor after you have been here a single night,
Okay,
during which you were definitely sleeping the entire time
Yes, 100%.
Mm.
because of reasons.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Cyrus, seek higher learnings or something. I don't know.
Sorry. I thought we were.
You can hang out with me, Cyrus.
Sure. We'll do that.
We're just.
yeah.
It's getting late, so
Yeah, that's.
Well, we
I knew
can
he wanted to leave, so.
stop here for the night if you guys want.
Yeah. I mean, let's
Pick
get
up the
through.
crafting stuff
If
next
you want to do
time.
the 7 crafting days,
I don't want to rush through the time you have to get to the 7 crafting rolls completed and stuff.
All right. Well, then we'll stop then, because I would like to do things, but.
Okay.
sorry guys, it's getting.
Oh, no, you're
late,
fine.
so.
What? No, how dare you get tired? What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like you're talking about how, you're coming up on, what's it? It's the week, Labor Day. That, that holiday that totally is supposed to be for laborers, but what?
It's also almost midnight, so
Well, guys, we are wrapping up this session here, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching, and good night.